Okay. And it's saying we're live.
Woo woo. We
Hello,
are here.
everybody.
What's up? Hopefully everybody's doing good.
We're just running a little bit behind, so Sophia's still getting ready. I'm still getting ready, but we got Rescue to help us out, and your son.
And I'm taking up space. Let's see, we got Mr. Bill, Best Life in chat. We got Miss Random. We got Miss Sharon. We got Georgia Peach. Welcome, everybody. We have the awesome ladies doing some good stuff. Got some cannon and some applesauce.
Yes. Apples are ready to go, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody in chat. I'm going to mute myself because the tripod's MIA still, everyone. So I'm going to mute myself, but I can hear y'all. And thank y'all for being here.
Yes, ma'am. You get to watch Miss Sophie. Son, that woman is like super skilled with that Peter. When I was watching her, she just whips around like it's a machine thing. She was going, just peel just comes right off.
She is amazing.
I'm like, man, I've done some potatoes. I used to think I was skilled at potatoes, but you know, potatoes, it's kind of like life. There's all those little dips and things, so ain't nothing smooth about it. So just when you think you got it down, all of a sudden there's a dip and you go a little too far, and then you nick your side of your thumb because you were holding the potato wrong, and you're like, damn. And you know, it's amazing. It's just like life. You're like, this is slick. I got it. Oh, what the hell just happened? Oh, damn. You got to pay attention a little more. Hey, what's up, Monty?
And if y'all caught the video that dropped this morning, you'll understand what I'm canning. It's the vegetable chicken soup.
Yep. Boy,
and you'll understand. Go ahead.
I did like what you said, though, Sister Maria, when you pointed out the salt in the cans and how you drain that juice out of the can because of the extra salt in it. Thought that was a real good point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was way high on salt. But
are you feeling better?
I'm here. Okay.
Oh, let's see. We've got Miss Terry Johnson came in. She says hi to Sister Marie and Sophie. And Sophie waving. She's muted because Miss Sophie is doing she doesn't have her tripod, so she has her phone muted. And she's getting some apples ready for her applesauce. And Sister Marie is doing some jar inspections, so I'm just trying to fill the gap. Man, that ramp thing, I'll just throw my own, I'll fill a little air time real quick for you. I'll tell you just because it was a learning curve. But so, everybody just kind of knows how things have been. But after that little ramp ordeal, my wife was like, well, we got the pool up there at the community center. So, and I got the kids to come over so we can make sure you can get up to it and stuff. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a trip. Okay. So we did that. I was actually in there for a couple of hours, and I learned the hot tub lesson is what I call it. Because see, hot tubs feel really good, but there's a reason why you don't stay in them for an extended period of time, because it's not good. Well, when you have lower and thoracic spine issues, the buoyancy feels really awesome and all, but things have a tendency of getting kind of real relaxed and out of place. And son, I'm gonna tell you, if I could have translated, all I can tell you. So hopefully I'm not offending nobody, but this whole no gravity shit, it just don't work, man. It just don't work. You just gotta feel what I feel is all I can say. Because as soon as that ass came out of that water line, it was like a 0.5 of a second, and all of a sudden it was like, oh shit. And they're like, what? And I go, oh no. oh no, and it was like you could literally feel the elephant sitting on it. And it was like, oh shit. And so that changed the dynamics of everything, totally made me miserable. I've been miserable for the past couple of days. This morning's about the first morning I got up and I'm like, okay, I think I can move around now. That was a hardcore lesson learned. But
Wow.
hey, I was sitting there chatting on the phone. I was up on the edge of the pool. I'm like, yeah, hey, this is cool, man. Look, I can move my leg. Yep. Oh man, this is cool. I'm getting some flexibility, thinking, yeah, I'm rocking like a rock star. And then that fat ass came up out the water and it changed the dynamic drastically. And it was like, nope, this is reality for you. And it was like, oh no. And boy, I felt every gram of my spine, I felt. And unfortunately, I was blessed with one of those thick bone structures, which all sounded good for all these decades until that moment. And then it was like, shit, why can't I better be a featherweight?
I feel you on that. I've got a big bone structure to rescue. And yeah.
Man, there's something to that. That was a shock and awe.
Okay. I'm doing the vegetable chicken soup. I've let it cool so I can do a cold canner. But I'm thinking I may need more chicken broth. So I'm going to go grab an extra can of it. Be
Now,
right back.
is the vegetable chicken that you're doing now, that's the same as you did this morning?
Yes.
Or is this what's out of the, so this is what came out the crock pot from this morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
And all right, let's see who we got in this chat. I don't even know how many we got in there. Bill says, I'm whatever the opposite of big bone is. It's not all that great either. I tell you, boy, that was a lesson learned. Let me tell you. But it was still fun. You know, my wife felt bad and she was like, whoa, man, I didn't mean for you to feel worse or anything. And I'm going, you know, I was going to feel bad anyway. I mean, I learned something from it, but hey, at least I had a good time. So it was a blast. I was actually more shocked how she actually got the coordinated participation from my kids to actually, wow, we'll actually have one of these little moments. I've been waiting a long time for one of these little moments. I don't know how many we got in chat.
8 right now.
Yes, I mean, next time, just a few minutes. Yeah, I think so, Bill. That's why I should have probably just done some little 20, 30-minute session and then took a chill pill. So for anybody coming in, we got Sister Marie doing vegetable chicken soup, and we got Sophie doing applesauce. And she got a lot of apples.
Can't forget the vinegar. I have the vinegar to wipe the rims of the jars.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't matter if you're doing cold or hot back. Still gotta wipe it.
I heard you earlier this morning, that other video you did this morning when you popped those jars and how you could hear that popping as it came off. Popping. I was like, oh, yeah. That was a good seal.
Oh yeah, that was a real good seal on both of them. Okay.
Bill says, OMG, crisscross applesauce. I about lost it when my daughter told me what that was. What is crisscross applesauce?
It's a nursery rhyme my mom used to tell me when I was little. Crisscross applesauce, spider crawling up your back, pinch.
Oh, gotcha. So then that's why Bill freaked out.
Yeah. I cannot make applesauce without singing that to myself in my head like at least 20 times.
Hey, Sister Marie, we have Emily Winkler showed up. She says, hey to Sister Marie and Sophie.
Hey,
Yeah.
Emily.
Hey, everybody coming in. I'm going to mute myself again while I'm getting these apples.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
hi, everybody.
And I'm just trying to entertain. Actually, I'm still studying. I'm up here on panel. I feel so like I should be doing something. I should be being productive right now. I've got 2 examples of productivity, and I'm supposed to be being productive too.
Well, being supportive like you are is just as productive.
I love watching y'all cook. It's one thing about this latest little colon thing. Apparently, I have to avoid corn and seeded things. So I got to watch seeds and corn.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since your digestive tract doesn't process corn, the husk
Exactly.
anyway. And then seeds wedge up against polyps apparently and cause major problems. So,
Mm-hmm.
of course, I think the doctor kind of looked at me funny whenever I was kind of like, so how come we just don't prevent the polyps and then you can just eat like regular stuff? And then I just got this really stupid look. I guess you're not supposed to ask about a solution.
Yeah.
My stepdad has the same thing going on, Rescue, and he is so mad because he loves popcorn. He loves popcorn, and he cannot eat popcorn anymore. He loves almonds and walnuts, and he can't eat those anymore.
Right.
And then to top it all off, literally a month after getting his diagnosis with all of that, he works HVAC. He was lugging a compressor up onto a roof and he fell off the roof. He shattered both of his ankles. He completely disintegrated one of his heel bones.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a bad deal.
When it rains, it pours.
Indeedy do.
That is, wow. Yeah. That's a life-changing event. Even if you come back, you don't ever come back. I was that way with my neck. That was 20 years ago. And they were like, okay, well, now you can't do this and you can't do that. You can't. And I just kind of was like, okay, so at one point does somebody come in to write all the checks for the bills and shit? Because that's still happening. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go back to work. You just do what you got to do. Kept telling me, you can't. 35 pounds. That was the crack. That one that got me when they first sent me afterwards, and I did the rehab, and they're like, okay, we're going to send you for the test. So they sent me to this guy and this doctor, and he does this test shit on me and commences to coming up with this whole little list of parameters that I'm supposed to exist in. And he's like, yeah, now don't lift anything over 35 pounds because the strain on your cervical could cause issues. And I'm like, do you realize that my thigh weighs more than 35 pounds? How am I supposed to never get out of bed again? And it just, I don't know. Sometimes I get it, they're trying to be all safeguarded, but sometimes I think they're also kind of do that, kind of too powder puffy stuff, because then that way it kind of keeps you coming. We drag this out. Just go back to work. Now this time I gotta say, this is a wake up. Is that your broth?
Yeah, that's the extra broth.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop the lid on it.
Boop. That's it.
That's the sound.
You can hear the wind. Oh, let's see. We got Beth says that's better than me, Emily. Oh, Emily. So I'll read off so that way everybody else says. Beth said back in our day it was Sid Indian style. Now it's crisscross applesauce. Never heard this. And Emily said it'll be another week or two before apples are ready on my property. And then
wow.
Bill said that's better than me, Emily. Going to be about 5 years here at the rate my tree is growing.
Wow.
Emily told him these were mature in the property when moved in. I planted one and it's still a baby. I understand how slow it seems. You'll have apples before you know it. Hey, Huckleberry. Huckleberry just joined us. Miss Sophie says hi. She's just chopping. She's muted right now because she doesn't have her tripod handy. And Sister Marie's throwing down some recipe stuff with her vegetable chicken soup. And if you didn't see the first video this morning, that's when she was making it. She did point out a very good thing about canned vegetables, and she was using these carrots and she drained the juice because they contained extra salt in them. So that was a good point if you're watching your salt, which I would, that's back in the day, they didn't think too much about it and they used it for a lot of good things, and we ended up kind of pushing it a little too far. But I would say because salt can be a getter.
Yeah. And another thing I learned about salt and canning is that half teaspoon of salt that they call for in many recipes, it's for flavor, it's not for preserving.
Yeah.
So
Well, and all that seasoning, all the different seasonings, and the base to that is all salt. And
right?
people will get to tasting a certain flavor in a seasoning and they go for it. It's like, say, lemon pepper type. So, well, there's a base salt to it. Well, if you keep going chasing that lemon flavor, you end up with a lot of salt, which is not good. Well, TJ Ketch just joined us. Afternoon, TJ. Morning.
Hey,
Wherever
TJ.
that's from.
Now, because
She just said she watched your video this morning and she's sorry she's late. She had to deal with her accountant.
That's quite all right. The thing is, you're catching some of it.
Yeah. Miss Emily says you're right. You don't have to add salt to most of the candy. And I'm sorry I cut you off, Sister Marie. Go right ahead, ma'am.
That's okay. I added a pint of chicken broth so that I made sure I had enough for what I'm canning. And I also added half a teaspoon of turmeric to it. And that's color and medicinal properties. And I just mix that in.
Miss Sophie had that head going up and down, nodding. Yep. She was agreeing with you. She was just a nodding. Hey, Double Dog. How are you, sir? We
Hey,
got
there
Miss
we go.
Sophie up here making crisscross applesauce. And we got Sister Marie doing vegetable chicken soup. That she released a video this morning when she was putting it in the crock pot and cooking it. And now she's going to do the canning. And I'm taking up airspace. I'm trying to entertain. Actually, I couldn't pass up the opportunity when Sister Marie invited me. I didn't know I was also going to have Sophie. So then it's like I feel, wow, okay. Now what? Get the canning queens. The cooking queens.
Well, I figured this would be perfect for you because I know you eat a lot of chicken soup.
That's, it really sank in the other day just how long. I'm like, damn, I think I'm coming up on 2 years of straight ass chicken noodle soup, but
Wow.
it just goes to show you I can adapt to anything. I don't give a shit. I've had worse. I've had to adapt to worse food that I had no control over. So, little Campbell heart healthy chicken noodle soup. I'm like, hell yeah, I can rock this. Little Tony Chachere's in there. I love my Chachere's. I got to tell you, I don't know what it happened. That homeboy had to turn around in that chair going, okay, you got to stop the seeds and you can't have any seasoning like Tony Chachere's. And I've been like, okay, so I need to go find somebody to ride a wheel so that they can go ahead and dictate this because that shit ain't stopping it. I got to have my Chachere's. Hey, TJ. Oh, thank you, ma'am. You'll have to listen to my little thing earlier here at the beginning of Sister Marie's. I had a lesson learned about pools. What's up? B-Dog says, Rescue, are you going to dress up as Santa this Christmas season? Man, what is up? Everybody keeps saying that. Do I look like Santa material? I'm not Santa material. Did you check into Santa's background? I don't think me and our backgrounds matched up. I'm not sure. Oh, look at there. So Sophie's got her chunks of apples in the pot.
Yep. So you guys, just for reference, if you guys are wanting to make applesauce or whatever, I am using the applesauce recipe. Excuse me. I'm using the applesauce recipe out of the Ball Blue Book, Guide to Preserving. So I'm just kind of winging it as far as I do add cinnamon to it. And I did not put my apples into the water with the fruit protector because I'm adding that. It's going to give it a brownish hue anyway. So I'm going to get my jars warming now.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yes.
So you kind of partially giggled when you said cinnamon. Why? Is that unusual?
No, she knows. Sister Marie knows.
Oh, come on. You can't do that. That's a teaser.
Okay. If I'm just regularly talking, and I don't think about it, excuse me, that is so rude.
I'm trying to
Pineapple. It says pineapple. If I'm just talking and I say cinnamon, it comes out all messed up because I was never corrected as a child. So I'm trying to correct myself now as an adult.
Gotcha.
Because if I'm just talking, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of cinnamon in there. And yeah, there it is. There it is, Rescue. Cinnamon,
hey,
yeah.
It's okay. My son used to say Merrote. He couldn't say remote for nothing. It was always Merrote.
I love it.
And he still slips up every now and then.
All right, you guys, I'm going to mute myself again and set my phone down.
Okay, ma'am.
Her giggle is contagious.
Right. Let's see. So Huckleberry or ZZ Top. Okay, there you go, Huckleberry. I could probably. Actually, hey, I got sober one time with Frank Beard, the drummer of ZZ Top. I think he maintained his sobriety. I mean, not so much, but then, but we had a hell of a time in the Astro Hall, which was outside the Astrodome. back in the day in Houston. That's way back. I think mid 70s, late 70s. Can't remember. Hey, Indy. So independent. Minnie Ninet's with us. She says, "Good morning, Marie, Rescue, Sophie, and Chef."
Good morning, Andy. Good to see you, hon.
And I can just tell you mentally, Sophie is waiting. She's just measuring stuff right now. So she has her hands full and she's muted. So.
Oh, I see what she's doing. Yep. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey.
Give me a minute here. Let me find you. Oh, come on. No, I don't want that. No. All right. Let me find her.
Devil Dog, she's using the apples out of her yard. And I'm not sure what brand. I mean, what, what style of apples that they look like red apples.
There you go,
Yep.
Sophie. Solo.
Oh my goodness. Devil Dog, I'm not sure if these are wine sap apples, Jonathan apples, or John of Gold apples. I mean, they could even be a type of, I suppose, Gala. So these are all apples from the orchards. Sugar, spice, a little ACV, and about a cup and a quarter of water. And then we're going,
What did you say?
apron.
Apron?
It's going to cook till it gets soft. And then you can either use your potato masher or you can use an immersion blender, depending on how smooth you want your applesauce. And then it's going to get water bath canned for, hold on, 20 minutes, you guys. So yeah, there it is.
There you go. Awesome. Awesome sauce.
Oh, nice.
Cheese.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself, you guys. I'm going to get my jars warming.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Switch this out.
Let's see, TJ says my hubby has cheap seat season tickets at the Dome. Huckleberry Best Life. Are you still going to do part 3 of the 9th video today? Yes, I'm doing it this evening. Cool.
Cool.
Miss Karen Reese came in. She says, "Good morning, panel. I made applesauce 30 years ago at my daughter's school. We didn't can it though."
Wow.
So that's Miss Karen Reese. Yeah, we have Sister Marie is making vegetable chicken soup and canning that. She made it this morning in another video, and then now she's canning it. And then Sophie is doing applesauce with cinnamon in it.
Oh, goodness.
Dang, her phone's muted, and I think I could still hear her hollering at me.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Hey, and there's True American Loretta, Sister Marie's Kitchen. Hey,
Hello, Loretta. Good to see you, hon.
she says hey to Sophie. Sophie's muted right now. She's waiting.
Yeah.
Hey, Loretta. Feeling kind of honored getting to hang out with the ladies.
I do appreciate you being here, Rescue.
Oh, I'm just so sorry I hadn't been able to make the other one. And oh yeah, here's a kicker too, just to show you. So if TT1 were to hear this later, then he would know that I'm so sorry, because that Saturday I was going to go on his panel,
Mhm.
but I didn't know about the whole swimming pool thing. And then during that, at first I realized after I was there, and I'm going, oh man, well, you know what? I'll do it from here. Yeah, well, that didn't work out so well, because I had that lesson that I learned about gravity, the shit that ain't supposed to be real, but it was real almost.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as my butt come up out of that water and that waves cleared it, it's like all of a sudden reality set in. And it was like, oh man. But yeah, I felt bad because I was going to be on, but I was glad to see Tribe got up there. And so was hanging out. TT1, he's one of those kind of guys, man. He's got like addictive energy.
Yes.
You get to chatting with him and you just get wound up. It's like, oh,
Mhm. But I'll tell you what, from what I have seen, and I've been hanging around, lurking in the channels, and his is one I lurk in. He is just, he's fun, but he's also educational.
Yeah.
But yet that energy just pours through the screen like you wouldn't believe. You know, it's, if I could bottle that and use it as a medicine, I'd be doing great.
I think we're going out for a smoke right now.
Okay.
Kind of looks like the smoke trip.
Yep.
All right, let's see. So we got Miss Karen said, sounds good. I have a headache and just happened to turn on YouTube, and there you guys were. That's it. Miss Karen. Miss Karen said, sorry, new idiots out here cutting my grass and slid down the hill and hit my house. We've had over 7 inches of rain. Why? Why are they trying to cut the grass?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Is the house okay? Is the house okay?
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully that was like a brick house on a slab to where it didn't actually damage the house so much.
Okay.
It's been raining here like mad too. It rained all evening, all night, this morning, and now I see another ridge moving in, and the humidity is no joke. Oh, speaking of TT1, some of his kinfolk or the squirrels are out running in the orchard. He needs to come get them. TT1, you need to come get these suckers. There goes my dog. There's a fence, Militia. Don't crash.
Okay. Here we go. All right. Hang on. Gotta find myself.
Well, the Devil Dog says cure for a headache is to suck on 5 almonds for 1 minute, then chew them up and swallow the almonds. Unless you have diverticulitis or whatever that name was, and then you can't do the almonds. So then, well, you just can watch somebody else suck on them 5 almonds and still have your headache in 1 minute.
There you go. Here we go, guys.
There we go.
All right. I'm going to move the camera.
Ooh, look at that.
Yum.
Can we just pour that in a big bowl?
Yes.
Oh, I've got your bowl reserved.
Man, oh man.
Especially over some mashed potatoes. You put a little dollop of mashed potatoes in the bottom of your bowl and then do chicken noodle soup over it. Oh my gosh.
Man, I know that kind of almost have a taste like a chicken pot pie or something. Because you'd have that potato taste with there, be kind of like the bread.
Oh, it's so good, Rescue.
Right. Give that a shot. Ooh, yeah. See, look at that, man. Just
yum, yum. Give me some, Sister Marie.
Right.
I could go for some. I have not eaten yet.
No, I'm not that far from you, and I've got the day off, so that can be arranged.
Right? Sorry, guys. I can't can anymore. I'm jumping in the car. I'm going to Sister Marie.
I'm on the road. On the road again. So everybody in chat is saying, oh, that looks yummy, looks lovely, looks great. I'm getting hungry now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Epileptic Pilot, morning, afternoon. Epileptic pilot says just saw that Russia completely turned off the stream pipe to Europe until sanctions are lifted. Once again, the poor people will suffer. Oh yeah.
Sorry, my dog is drinking water per usual when I'm on camera.
It's a necessity, Mom.
Right. Okay.
Right, Bill said never heard of a little dollop of mashed taters, only plates full.
Oh, that's the way my mama used to make chicken noodle soup when we were sick, when we were kids.
Mhm.
She'd make it from scratch, and then she would just boil up some potatoes and mash them with little butter and put that in the bottom of the bowl and then soup over. And oh, takes me back every time, y'all.
That sounds really good. Oh, Stuart came in. Stuart's here. Morning, Stuart.
Hey, Stuart.
So Karen said, so you just made homemade soup and put it in jars. Looks so good. What did you have to add to it, if anything?
What do you mean add to it?
Yeah. She did a video this morning where she cooked the vegetable chicken soup in the crock pot, cooked it down, and then now she's just setting it at the cannon. So she really didn't add anything to this. She just is going to can them just so that then they'll store.
Right.
But she made a good bunch. Oh, TJ says, I have all the ingredients in separate jars. Maybe I need to throw them in a pot and make some. There you go.
Heck
Condensed.
yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I might even try that. Might have to take me a couple of them Idaho Reds and chop them up, boil them, and make me some little mashed taters, and then I'll do my chicken noodle soup with it.
Best. The reason I say a little dollop because like I grew up pretty poor. I mean, so like my mom would have like 3 potatoes left over in the pantry or whatever, and so that's what it was. And there was, let's see, there were 6, 7 of us, more sometimes if my brothers had their friends over. So yeah, a little dollop, just a little.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little dollop will do you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to get Rescue's bowl so that I can ship it to him.
Right.
And I didn't want to be
I'm gonna
showing my
send-
hands.
I'm gonna send Rescue and his wife some of my stuff for Christmas. Watch. I'm gonna send y'all a meal and like biscuit mix and jam and some applesauce, some apple butter.
Well, just don't take away from your stock. You need your stock.
Oh, no.
You got a whole herd there. So
No.
a jar of applesauce, I gotta say.
That's my son. He's going to be turning 12 on Friday, and applesauce every time. Like, he's going to be so mad that I'm making applesauce and canning it while he's at school. So hopefully there's a little left over I can put in a bowl for him, because that boy and his applesauce, my goodness.
Now, wait a minute. See, that was bad verbiage right there. You said maybe there's going to be. You're the one.
Maybe.
All you have to do is leave it there, and it will be enough.
If he was here, he would be in there like underfoot, you guys, like no joke. He would be in there. He'd be looking in the pot. He'd be asking me, is it done? Is it done? Can I have a little bowl before you can it? Can I have some? Can I taste it? Does it taste good?
Right?
He would be all up in there.
Shoot, yeah. He knows what's good. She is, isn't she, Random? Random says, Sophie, you look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you, darling. Good old war paint makes everything look good, y'all.
I think somebody's jealous or something. I ended up with a lap full.
Oh, huckleberry, apple butter. Apple butter will be Friday. I've still got some, I think, from last fall that I made with apples from the orchard that was like an hour away from us when we lived in California. My mom loves apple butter.
Growing up, we used to have apple butter sandwiches for lunch.
I love apple butter on like biscuits. I love apple butter on vanilla ice cream. Apple butter, you take a bagel, you take a little bit of butter, a little bit of cream cheese, and then little drizzle of apple butter. Oh my gosh. It's really good on cheesecake too.
Oh man, see what's up with all that? I have several jars of butterscotch apple butter.
Oh, butterscotch. I love butterscotch.
Mm.
Like,
Really?
yes.
Man. Okay. Fine. Make me do it then.
Oh, here he goes. I knew it. I used to carry those in my purse all the time, and then my daughter figured it out, and so there's no more butterscotch
I
discs
keep a
in my
bag.
purse. Oh,
That's what I keep them on my desk.
they're so good. So
I
good.
like butterscotch. Oh,
Oh, Sister Marie, why you got to tease us?
look at that. Man, oh man. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
See, it just needs a pluck of potatoes now. That sounds good. I'm going to have to do that. That sounds good.
you'll love it, Rescue. You will. Sister Marie, I hate being teased. That's not fair. Now I'm going to have to make some.
Go ahead.
There we go. Well,
All right.
that's the idea. Because if I brought it to you, if I brought a jar to you, it would be just a sampling for you because they're half-pint jars.
True. Okay, let's check out these apples. I'm going to mute myself because I got to set the phone down, y'all.
But a little tidbit, if y'all ever use turmeric, it's kind of like mustard. If you get it on yourself, it's going to stain. You know, especially if you're having it in a liquid form like that. That's why I put the black apron on when I portion this up. Because I didn't want to get any on me. So I've already ruined the shirt. Yeah, it'd be lunchtime here. And some ketchup. That I have not done yet.
Yeah, I guess there you go. So since Sophie's busy, and I'll say it out loud. So Loretta said she just canned 6 pints and 4 half pints of ketchup. That's pretty good stuff. And Sharon says lunchtime at Sister Marie's. Yep. Got lunch and dessert. Bill says, do you like apples? How do you like them apples?
Oh, yeah. I just haven't gotten my share of them this year.
Right. Monty says, I love watching you cook, Sister Marie.
Aw, thank you.
I know, man. These cooking ladies, son. Which Sophie, she still, I can't get the chicken cacciatore thing out of my head. Just when she did them jars of that chicken cacciatore stuff, and I was just like, holy shit! It's like it's a Picasso painting in a jar or something. It just looked so scrumptious and colorful, and it was awesome.
I'm going to send you some for Christmas. Okay, the jars are ready. This is almost ready, you guys. So it's cooking. They're almost soft enough to smash.
Nice.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
look
quick.
at that.
So I did add a little more sugar because I added, you could still taste the ACV pretty heavy. So I added some more sugar and spice.
And everything nice.
That's right. It's almost there. Almost.
I'll be right back.
Want that. All right.
Oh, TJ. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Miss Karen.
All right. I gotta turn on the fan in the other room for circulation so I can take some of this heat out of here while this cooks.
Okay.
Be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so Mr. Bill Best Life is saying, Loretta, what kind of tomatoes do you use? He's going to have Romana soon. Oh, yeah, TJ, I can, yeah. I've had my rib cracked a few times, and I've learned to do short sneezes because of that. But there's no way around it. Feels any cough, just a throat clearing. And after Saturday, everything's just, it'd be all objective. I used any I had, then cooked them and strained them and cooked them. Okay, so no particular brand of tomato, Loretta, just like what the store had or what you were growing? I'm just asking questions. No, what I was. Oh, okay, so what you grow? Okay, what you grow and you were given.
Okay, got that set up.
I guess it really wouldn't matter as long as you got like red tomatoes and they're along the same, family line. Then you're just going to cook them down and mush them up.
I'm going to make my daughter lunch real quick. It's only going to take a couple minutes, so I'm going to mute myself and shut off my cam. I'm going to get her lunch made, and then by that time, it should be ready to puree the apples and jar it up, y'all.
Yes,
There you
ma'am.
go.
So TJ says it cooled down. It's cooled down enough. I finally started getting tomatoes from the plants I put in back in April.
Wow.
Bill's fixing to be leaving. He's saying, be good peeps. I have to go out to the shop and do some things. I'll be lurking. Alrighty, Bill. Have a good day. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Thanks, Billy. See you soon. All right. This is driving me nuts. All right.
So now, if you send you a bowl of that soup, so you'd be able to get you some.
It's sitting right back here.
There you go.
There we go. I'm a hot mess, but that's okay. At least y'all can see me now.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, it's better than my ugly mug.
Well, the canner's heating up. I thought I'd make a cup of coffee, sit here, have a smoke, would you?
Okay, Random says I'm heading out too. Got to go to town. Talk later, everyone. Be careful, Jim.
Okay, Jen. You can catch the rest on the replay, or if you get back soon enough, pop in.
Yeah, I broke my golden rule last week and I put money on my credit card that I didn't really want to, but I went ahead and said to hell with it. But I filled up my propane, so went ahead and got about 300 gallons of propane. So
Yeah,
got it
but
while I can.
look at it this way. At least you didn't spend it on lottery tickets.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, I figured, worst case scenario, fine. It's say business as normal for the next, few years or whatever. Then,
Right.
I'm gonna pay a payment and I'm gonna pay it, but at least we got it. So there you go.
Right.
But then if shit were to go really bad, well, then debt's not going to really, as far as a credit card debt's not going to be the big deciding factor. It's going to be having that propane to keep things cooked and heated and shit. So I'll worry about that.
Exactly.
Let's see.
And not,
Go ahead.
and not only that, you're paying for it now, okay, despite interest and all that. So you're actually getting it cheaper now than you would later.
Yep. That's why I did it. I have a friend that has a business that's what they do. And he was talking to his provider and it's like, okay, it's fixing to take another jump. And that's why I was like, okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to do it now. Cause it's kind of like gas. It ain't going to do nothing but go up. So.
Right. That's what I'm afraid of is, propane may go up, but that's only one source of fuel. I'm thinking other gases will also go up as well.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, because it's like the natural gas. We're not producing like we should be. And the sad part is it's intentional. Uh-oh, she's got the masher. She got the masher in her hand.
Oh, let me find you.
Let's do the monster mash. All righty. By the way, Indy had said getting ready to head into school for our meet and greet to meet my students and their families. Classes start tomorrow. That is awesome, Indy. I'm so proud of you, and I'm happy for you. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. I hope you have a good time, Andy.
Hey, Tiger. Tiger came in and says, hello, all.
Hey, Tiger.
And Miss Sophie, I can just tell is mentally saying, hey, Tiger, she's just mashing and she's muted because she doesn't have a tripod, so she's having to hold it. She's doing some crisscross applesauce.
She is doing an amazing job if she's doing that one-handed.
Yeah. Well, that was that part where it's muted, so you don't hear like, damn, that arm wore out. Switch hands.
Yeah. There. That's why it's muted, because I'm using my cast iron enamel. Because my family likes chunky applesauce, so they don't want it like super smooth as I splatter it all over me. But
That's it. Loretta is asking Sophie, what kind of apples are you using?
Miss Loretta, I really don't know the kind of apples these are. We bought this house. We didn't realize that it had apple trees. I didn't realize until like they started blooming. Hey, we've got a whole bunch of apple trees. So they look like this, but then they get real rosy. So I'm not sure if they're wine sap or like Jonathan apples or Jonna Golds. I mean, I suppose with how ruby red, the redness that they get, I don't think they're Gala. I don't think they're Pink Lady. So they're really, really good. I mean, they've got nice crispness, a nice sweetness, but also a tartness too. So back to the mashing.
A good way to take out frustrations is just what you see there. So in the end, you get a sweet treat. All right. I'm going to catch up on.
Okay, so like that's, I'll show you guys. That's as much as I'm going to mash it because texture, like I don't want it like baby food. But if you guys look, there's still a nice consistency to it. There's some chunks in there, which I'm not worried about. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to mute myself, Sister Marie, because I got to set my phone down to get my jars out.
Okay. Let me take you off solo. There you go. Okay, so for me, I have 12 half-pint jars that are warming up in the canner there. And I'm just waiting for it to get to the proper temp so that I can start the 10-minute countdown. So, let's see. Fossil fuels / energy is strength for a nation. It also gives us citizens independence and high standard of living. And I can't finish that one, but it's readable. But I do agree, Emily, very much so.
That's probably the hardest part for me, is that it's not like bad policy or, you know, dumb decision, or
Mm-hmm.
it's the nefarious, intentional. That's the, I don't
Yep.
know. It's kind of like going down the aisle and there's the shoulder bump, and you kind of look and it like all becomes visual that was total accident. So you can address that different, versus you look and you realize you're getting double fingers in the face and a grin following it up. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I'm not really seeing the accident in this. So I want to address that a little different.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I'm hoping it's coming. There have been some good little wins in little areas across different states and stuff. Hopefully up there where Sophie is, that Doug Mastriano pulls that off and get, because then that's, yeah. As long as he stays, and I think he will, because I will say I've liked him for a while. And he just is one of those that seems true, you know. He took that oath, and it's his character, is integrity. So I think he's gonna, yeah. Plus, he also went through that. Hell, what is it? The one dude de-seated all his things, took all his committees, got rid of his staff or something, and so yeah, he'll come back with. There'll be some retribution. Hey, what's up, Prepper Steady? He came in. He's saying howdy, y'all. Miss Sophie is doing applesauce. She has her phone muted because she doesn't have her tripod. So mentally, she is waving.
Hey, Studding. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by today. Long time no see, dude.
Yep. Hopefully, you're keeping it between the mustard and the mayo, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I tell you, it's hard to. I've listened the past couple of days. I've been listening to different and kind of. Some been listening, kind of going, okay, cool, and then it's kind of like, okay, well, now that that's over, and it's kind of like, oh, well, hey, click, and you kind of you about 5 minutes in, and you're going WTF, and it's like, oh no, and then it's kind of like going out, and it's like, and I gotta say, after you do that a couple of times, you kind of go, man, okay, no, I think we can still pull this out. There's still hope for us. I know there's got to be hope for us. So I just, but you kind of, the doubts start to come, because there's, man, some off the wall shit out there. I gotta say, man, look at that stuff. It's like you just want to reach through and just grab one of them jars and go, she'll never miss this one. See, look, you can just reach over and slide that jar right over and go, well, no, sorry, there was only 3 jars right there. It wasn't 4, it was only 3.
You miscounted jars. You need to go get another one.
Yeah, I mean, we must have, got distracted with chat. That's what it was. Unfortunately, I see, as soon as they can figure out how to do that Star Trek virtualization shit, so I can just kind of reach through and grab it and it'll materialize over here,
Yeah, teleport it.
Yeah. That'll be the Samsung Galaxy tablet model 152. Push the button. Man, look, that stuff, it just looks so good.
It does.
Now, Is that mainly to get the air out? Are you stirring it or are you just, okay.
More than likely it is. Because that's kind of thick and you want to debubble it so it
Okay.
doesn't splatter all over your rim of your jar and not seal.
So I wonder, just okay, just I don't know. I'm just a mechanical kind of dude. I'm not a can. But so if you had a rubber mat bed that you could set those on, and then it would do this slight vibration shake, that would be like good, wouldn't it?
It might be a mess, but
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know how like those ultrasonic cleaners do with jewelry and stuff, and how it's got that little sonic vibration to it. It doesn't really like beat the jewelry up, but it vibrates the stuff. I wonder if you did this little, just a minor shake, just a hum, would that bring all the air pockets?
probably not as thick as it is.
Okay.
And prepper setting, you are too funny.
Yeah, Sophie, he said to stop forking your jars of sauce. And she's shaking those. She's doing that and doing that right there. You notice how she zoomed in? Did you notice that those jars started way over there by that red pot, but yet they've slowly migrated on close-ups to this camera? Because this is that haha rescue. It's right here. You can have none. I'm just picking on it. That stuff looks good. So that's the shiznit right there.
Billy, she's a little busy right now. She wants to get those in the canner.
I know, right, Prepper? Don't we got so Sister Marie does vegetable chicken soup and gets that done. And then now here's the applesauce, chunky applesauce, mind you. Not no creamy gurgly.
No, not no watery, thin stuff. Absolutely not. We do it thick. Thick.
Because everybody likes thick.
Okay, so now these are going to go in a water bath canner. You got to put water over them 1 inch above the lids, and they're going to process for 20 minutes. And then it'll do a 5-minute cool down, and then I'll be able to pop them out and show y'all.
So is the water bath canning, is that pretty much you're just heating up the whole thing so that the heat will pull the vacuum, kind of?
Essentially, yeah. The pressure from the water and the heat is going to create your seal instead of just pressure.
Gotcha. Okay.
And this is excellent, just so you guys know.
Yeah, okay. I can tell. Just rub it in.
All right. Come
Oh,
on.
man. Look at that. You can even see the chunks from right there. Look, just bam. See? That's what's up right there.
Oh, nice. All right.
I'm still trying to figure out what a tripod has to do with it, but easy because she has to prop it up, and so if she has her phone unmuted, then you hear this echoing because she has it propped up, and so that's why she uses a tripod. So then the mic isn't bouncing right off the top of the counter, so it doesn't echo as much.
Oh, that's a good point. Never thought about that.
That's the reflection. So Loretta says, okay, all I got to go hit shower, got a doctor appointment shortly. Good luck. It looks awesome. Well, you have a great day, Loretta. And good luck at the doctor appointment. Hopefully all goes well.
Yes, and thank you for stopping by, Loretta. You're welcome here anytime. Thank you, Prepper Steading. I'll have to make more and you stop by and pick them up. How many you want?
Yes, Sophie, Prepper said, save me a jar or two, please.
I just spilled boiling water all down the front of me. Setting, I have a jar with your name on it for either when you come to Pennsylvania or when we see each other. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
let's get this baby going.
See, when he's up here in our areas, he don't have to stop at no restaurants. He just pulls in the parking lot or
Right?
the driveway.
Right?
He's got a fresh hot meal.
Setting, you know, I'll feed you any day of the week, and my boy's going to be happy because,
Did you save me some?
oh yeah, see?
Good deal. All right, now the catch is now mom has to stay out of it until he gets home from school.
Mom has to because it is not low carb and there's a lot of sugar in it. But I did taste it because you have to taste your food that you make. Like if you don't, it could be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But I did taste it. It's very, very it's perfect amount of sweet to the perfect amount of tart. It's not just sugar.
Now there's a question. Okay, so I know I've heard y'all talk about like when you season, like if you're gonna make something but you're gonna can it, then you don't season it like you want it, like you're gonna eat it. You season it for canning because then it'll sit
Right.
and get
Right.
more flavoring. So does the applesauce kind of work that way with the sugar? Like, does it get sweeter the longer it sits?
It does get a bit more sweeter and the spices will come out more prevalent. They'll be more prevalent because it's processed and I mean, obviously, you know, it's not like we process it and then just eat it right away, but it sits. The longer it sits, the more flavor develops, at least to me.
Right. I didn't know if the sugar would like increase more if it gets sugary, you know. You can kind of see the flavoring getting a little bit more intense the more it soaks, but I didn't know if sugar would do the same.
No, it does.
Okay.
So that's why it's always better to season and all of that less because yeah, you got to figure the apples already have their natural sugar and they were only cooked so much and then you add sugar, but that's also why I always add some apple cider vinegar when I do applesauce. That way, no matter what, even if you do over sugar by accident, that apple cider vinegar is going to cut that sweetness and help bring out that tartness.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's humid out here.
I love your deer shots in the morning and stuff, Sophie. That's so cool.
I love them. We saw our very first buck the other night and he hung around for like, I saw him for 3 days and now he's gone. And now it's just the 2 female does and 2 to 3 babies that come around, but they get all the apples that fall off the tree. Even if they fall into the backyard, Chris or I will rake them out into the orchard for them. So, which has kind of worked really good because they're not trying to get anything off the trees.
There you go.
Nice. You train them well.
Yeah. Karen Reese, I'm a California girl. I was born and raised California, but we just moved to Pennsylvania in April and we are in South Central Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow. Miss Sharon says, I cooked chicken leg quarters all night in the crock pot, wanting to can some broth or stock and the chicken separate. Can I do it like that for pints?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She should take the chicken off the bones. Go ahead and pack that in to your pints. Then take all those bones, vegetable scraps, seasoning, water, and let that simmer for like, I don't know, if you cooked them all night, I would say at least let them simmer 2 hours, if not 3 to 4. And then strain that off. You got your broth. Yeah, you can do it just like that.
Heck yeah. Then you have chicken for just a dish that you might want chicken for, or you got broth for like soup or flavoring in something else.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, shoot, when you're sick, just some of that bone broth in a coffee mug with a pat of butter and like a pinch of pepper. And you don't feel like eating, you're sick. That bone broth is just everything.
Yep. Emily says she has piles of apples that have fallen off the trees.
Yes.
Venison on the hoof.
I mean, deer.
She means deer.
Yes.
Come for them every year.
Yep.
Gotta love that portable backstrap.
Yep.
That shit's good.
There's still so many more apples. I'm going to smell like apples for the rest of the year.
Let's see. Sharon wants to know, let's see, if she could add onions and garlic. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm. You can add anything you want, Miss Sharon. Like if you want to take the chicken and literally make like some soup, like put the chicken in, cut up some carrots, some onions, some garlic, what have you, put it in there with the chicken and then top it with broth and process it, do it. It works.
That's basically what Sister Marie just did with
Yep.
vegetable chicken soup.
Now, there's 2 spices I would not add to anything you're going to can. And that's basil and sage. Because they'll turn bitter and be excessively strong.
I stay away from sage. I have added basil, but fresh basil, not dried basil.
Yeah.
I know. I
Oh,
believe
Sophie
sage
Karen
will
says
make.
she lives in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. That's where she
Slippery
lives. Slippery Rock.
I am in Cumberland County. I'm close to like Harrisburg. Whoa, the computer almost went.
So that'll be a major update.
My gosh. Okay, well, it looks like it did what it needed to do. Hip, hip, hooray. But I'm on the phone, so I guess we'll just shut it off.
Okay. At 12:42 Eastern Standard Time, I need to put the weight on for 75 minutes because everything's already pre-cooked. I'm just sealing the jars.
Right. Look at you getting it. I have so much to do. I'm looking at all these apples and I'm like, maybe I should do another batch of applesauce today.
That's up to you.
If so, it'll be later. Oh, I need to take meat out for dinner.
I haven't even thought about that yet.
Is
Where
there
it's like
a way that after you take the peeling off of an apple, can you preserve the apple for a little while?
Yeah, you would put it in a citric acid water bath, just a big bowl of water with citric acid or lemon juice or lime juice.
Okay.
And I mean, I've done that to where like I put them in a big bowl with like a lid and put them in the fridge overnight and they were still fine. I mean, as long as you rinse them after you take them out of that citric acid bath, they were fine.
guess you could make you some batches. You can sit there and peel away and then come up with a tub, take a day break, and then it's like, okay, now some cobbler, some applesauce.
I know. That's what Chris keeps asking me. When are you going to make some pie? When are you going to make some pie? And I'm like, I need to get everything processed first. Everything I want to get processed and canned. And then I will make him a Dutch apple pie.
I still wear that as one of my biggest badges of honor, I can say. Because way back 30 years ago when I met my wife, that's one of the things that I actually did because she was a therapist aide. So my back was screwed up way back then.
Right.
Well, I literally took the picture that they showed me of this woven crusted apple pie. And I made the damn thing just like the picture. I
Oh my
wove the
God.
crust. I took the little fork and I went along the edge of the crust and everything. I went around and I pinched the edge. It had to look like the picture. And then I'm like, okay, there. Well, then I was like, well, shit, ain't no way I can eat all that. So I took it into there, and that's. Here I am 30 years later. She's still here. So something.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, that's still my badge of honor. I can still think about that. I'm still proud of that very moment. It's like, damn, that I made it just like the picture because that was the whole intent.
Yep. Devil Dog is 100%. Do not add flour. Do not add cornstarch. If you're wanting to can and you need to thicken what you're canning, like if you're making a stew or like potato soup and you're wanting to thicken it prior to jarring and putting it in your canner, you need to use what they call clear gel, or there's another one. It's called ThermFlow. When I made the apple pie filling, obviously without a thickener, it wouldn't be, thick. So I went to, I'll grab it for y'all. I mean, you can buy it on Amazon, but for me, the price of the stuff on Amazon was quite pricey. I went to my Dutch country store and I got 3 pounds of clear gel.
Oh. For $7.69.
And so literally, I put a cup of this into my apple pie filling, and it gelled up really nice, like literally like what you would buy at the store, and open the can. And yeah, I don't know where Chris must have put them in here. Hold on, because I'm using, where? Oh, there they are. Sorry, I'm using my linen closet. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Oh, being short sucks so bad, you guys. Hold on.
Prepper Studies asking, can you pressure can potato bacon cheese soup?
Yes, you can. I wouldn't put the cheese in there. I would either use a powdered cheese and have that on hand for when you want to use it. I would not put the cheese in there, but that's just me. I would do the potato and bacon, and I would have powdered cheese or cheese on hand for you to top it with. But I mean, there's the apple pie filling.
Ooh, yeah. See, yeah, that's what's good.
And it came out beautiful. I mean, you can see it jiggle just a little at the top, but I mean, it came out beautiful. That clear gel is legitimate, y'all. It is legit.
You happen to know what's in it?
It is. I know that it's derived from cornstarch. Let's see what it says. Let's see if it says on the bag what. It says ingredients: waxy corn modified. Product information, materials may change. Refer to package or call for complete. So it is derived from cornstarch.
Well,
but
at least
it's
it
not,
didn't say the word sustainable.
all right. I mean, so, and then there's another product, like I say, it's called ThermFlow. It's the same thing. ThermFlow, though, is more expensive for sure.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Wow, Devil Dog. 'Dog. 'That is cool. water bath canning over an open fire.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
And the best part, his grandmother taught him how to do that.
Sister Marie, we should do that next year at the summer get together. We should bring our and see if we can do something over the fire, something relatively simple, whether it's just broth or, you know, whatever. We should do that. That would be fun.
Yeah, we'll have to get together and plan that out.
Apparently, one beneficial thing to use in that stuff, I noticed in the sense that when you're doing the pie fillings is because it doesn't thicken until it begins to cool. And then that's when it'll thicken.
I tell you what, you add that clear gel or ThermFlow to whatever you got bubbling on the stove to can, and literally it immediately starts thickening.
What'd you
like,
said yours was 3 pounds?
Yeah.
For $7.69.
Yes.
Yeah, on Amazon there's a 2.5 pound for $21.41.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, okay. What if a 2 pound for $11.69? And it's like, holy shit.
If you've got Amish stores or the Dutch country stores, like they carry so much in bulk. Like I went in there and I had a field day. I got rye flour. I got a beautiful cookbook for bread making. I'm gonna really make some breads this winter.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Prepper Steady, he was saying, Sophie, please send me a picture of the clear gel package so I can have a better idea of what I'm looking for. Thank you. I will say, when I just did it in the DuckDuckGo bar, I just put the clear gel and for canning, and boom, it came up, and there's all kind. But yeah, that definitely I would try to find hers because it's definitely cheaper.
Yep. Steading, after I'm done with this stream, I will take a picture of it and send it to you for sure. And I'll tell you, since, I mean, you know where I live, I'll tell you exactly where I went and got it. So when you're out here, if you swing by there, I mean, they've got bigger bags, but I just grabbed that one because I was like, that'll be plenty. I mean, it's canning season. I'll be done with canning, I'm hoping.
And then you end up with 40 million pounds of apples.
No joke, Rescue. Like there's still all these apples that I've done the apple pie filling, the applesauce. This is all just off of one tree. One tree. There's still 1, 2, 3, essentially 4 trees. So I don't know what's happening, you guys, but you guys are gonna catch me on the side of the road selling apples.
Chris needs to make him an apple cannon.
Right.
That way
like,
you can go on and have you a big batch and you go, you know what, let's go have some fun. And we just bam.
Yeah. I thought about making a potato gun and modifying. Oh my gosh, the deer are out. There they go.
Oh, awesome. They're like, all right, she's in there doing the applesauce. We'll go over here and get us some apples.
I thought about doing like a modified potato gun and launching apples out of it. I thought that would be a lot of fun.
Can you show the deer again?
Hold on. They ran into the forest. Hold on.
Aw.
I just thought through the other day, saw a video where some 2 guys. Oh, there they went. Oh, wow. It's cool.
They'll come back out. It's just because I was loud. Unless, are the others over here? No. Oh, I've got to get those apples. Now, see, these apples on this tree right here, I think are Golden Delicious. Because they're yellowy. Where did they go? They ran. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's all right. They'll be back.
Oh, yeah, they will.
All right.
Oh, Miss Sharon says, yay, the mower is out and on the truck.
Hopefully there's no damage to the house. Like, oh my gosh.
That is the house of
Oops.
I will get Sister Marie your number as well. Setting, no problem. Oh, I wish it would hurry up and rain. It is so humid.
Oh, that is good to know, studying. Somebody else is a pickled beet lover.
Oh, I love the pickled beets you get here in Pennsylvania, like at the diners and stuff. Like, I've never been a fan of pickled beets until I had pickled beets at one of the diners here. And like, it's not just pickled beets. They put onions in there. It's beets, onions, and then, yeah, it's sweet, but it's also like peppery. Oh my gosh, I could literally eat like a gallon of them.
That's on my list to do, by the way.
I planted beets. I planted, I don't know, 3 rows of beets. And out of those 3 rows, I was so mad. I only got, I think, 6 beets. So y'all do not buy those, the strip planters. This stuff, the seed tape. That's what it's called, seed tape. Do not get seed tape. The carrots and the beets, hardly any, absolutely no green onions. The only thing that worked as far as that seed tape was the radishes. The radishes were wild.
Mm.
Oh, Stedding. Hugs, Stedding.
Yeah. Big hugs. I'm just waiting for the canner to come up to pressure
You're good,
So I
Sister
can-
Marie.
so I can start the timer. How far down was that on my list? Yes, I do have a canning list. And a chore list.
You sound like me. I literally make checklists.
Mm-hmm. I have to. Alright. Where'd the canning list go? It's back here. Yep. Mm.
Oh, there you go. Yellow Dog says 2 quarts of water, 2 quarts distilled vinegar, 5%, 4 cinnamon sticks, 10 cloves, and 5 bay leaves.
Mm.
I'm assuming that's the pickled beet recipe.
Yep.
Yep.
Put some
Yes.
put some
How
red
many
onion
pounds
in
of
there
beets?
too. Mm.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, you know what? I got this.
You got this.
Yep, I got this. Um,
You can do it.
alright.
How many pounds of beets, Devil Dog, go with that equation that you got? So how many were you using?
Yep. He packs beets with raw red onion. Yes. Now I'm gonna be hitting the farmers markets. I'm gonna have to do some beets because like those are so good.
Right? Okay.
Okay, so 12 quarts of beets.
Okay. That's gonna make a bunch of pickled beets. Devil Dog, do you slice your beets or do you leave them whole? I know it's probably a stupid question, something I should know, but I've never done beets.
Well, I guess it'd be on however you want. If you wanted them, sliced, leftover brine, just canned. Oh. I could see some people maybe doing them whole and then cutting them when they pull them out, maybe, or something. But
Yeah.
small ones, smaller than a golf ball leaf whole, with the large ones are great.
Okay. Okay.
So when you say when grading them, like grading them where it's like the shredded style.
I guess so. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that stuff is so good.
On top of like a pulled pork sandwich. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, baby doll. Did you make a mess? That's a yes. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, Prepper says we prefer sliced. I've never heard anybody doing the grading like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We've always done the sliced.
Yeah, with me, I'd probably do a mix, half of them sliced and the other half shredded, or do 2 different batches. But yeah. Back her down. Now, in case y'all didn't know, in canning, if you're doing pressure gauge or jiggler, if it goes too high, that can cause siphoning. That's just one reason it happens. That's why I try and stay on top of the gauges.
Maintain your pressure.
Right.
Now, see, if you're short, you need to get yourself a good pair of tongs because tall people like putting the saran wrap and stuff all the way up there. Chris.
Well, that was the available shelf.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Miss Karen, you have a great day. Karen says, I'll catch y'all later. Got to get rid of this headache. Thanks for the great info, ladies.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
Definitely.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
still sunny side up, sir.
All right. 3 minutes and then a 5-minute cool down, and then I'll be able to pull them.
Smoke break.
Hold on.
I'm just working on regulating the temperature. But as long as it's above temperature, I still got about an hour to go.
There you go.
I don't want to turn on the AC because it does affect the pressure in the canner.
Yeah. It'll start to change that outside temperature on the metal.
Exactly.
Oh, we got the big container. Ooh, boy.
Uh-oh. She's serious now.
Boom. There's another pie filling and applesauce session.
Okay.
All right. Just filling containers. All right. 5-minute cool down. Here it goes. Already, y'all. That applesauce was so good.
Man, oh man.
All right. Go behind here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you'll have to tell Chris, Sophia, when he was doing that milling deal on that little part.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all those parts are now not available.
I know.
I watched that one and I was like, oh, well, you know what? And it was like, nope. Okay, well, maybe nope. Well, okay, fine, just right. Nope. God dang. Okay, well, that was
Yeah.
quick.
I know. I told him he should take that down. I don't need people knocking at the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. Really?
Right? He's stubborn as a mule, though. So.
Well, and what's done's done. So, I mean,
Right?
that's why I personally, I mean, I don't want to say that in a way because, man, I've figured, yeah, sometimes you say things, I say something, I don't mean it by it's just me. It's just my thought. Me, I
No,
don't give
you're
a shit
right.
about no list. I've been on a list since before I was old enough to buy beer. I was on a list. So this just been collective over the decades. That's all. Everybody has an interest.
No, and that's it. Like, what's done is done. It's already there. It's already been seen, saved, whatever. So,
Yeah.
so be it.
It was very cool, though. I gotta say, that was pretty awesome.
Now he just has to finish it, and hopefully I will have that in my hot little hands by Christmas.
Yeah. See. Oh, dang. What did you name it?
Black butterfly.
Black butterfly. That was it.
I have an obsession with black butterflies. Ever since we moved out here, like, there's so many of them, you guys. Oh, this is so good. I'm sorry.
Oh, I bet it is. That's okay. Huh?
Serafina, you want some applesauce, baby, or no?
See, that's the thing I like about this community. We're willing to share our recipes. And it just really helps.
Hey, there he is. What's up, Chris? How are you, babe?
Chris, I
Hello,
want to thank
Chris.
you. I want to thank you for putting the plastic wrap up so high to where I couldn't even reach it. I had to pull out the tongs.
And you know what, though, Chris? It was awesome exercise. She got a good stretch out the deal. It was good for the vascular. She stretched. So,
I did. And now I'm licking the applesauce spoon.
see? So, it all worked out.
I swear he does it on purpose. Between him and my oldest son, William, because they're so tall, everything goes up high.
Well, do y'all have a couple of step ladders like throughout the house?
I've got one down here in the broom closet, so anytime I need it, I just pull it out. But I was not going to go through that. That's why I've got those long. No, Chris, you can't. You're at work. Shot down like that.
Oh, and by the way, Matt was saying that his wife is making a blackberry barbecue sauce.
Oh.
And Prepper was asking if he'd be willing to share the recipe. And then, of course, Matt, if he can beat it out of her. So that might not give it up voluntarily.
Right.
Any recipe that I don't give out, it's because like it's just something that like I don't measure anything with, and so like I know by pouring how much goes in there. So like that's the only reason I won't give out like a recipe is like if it's just one like that. Other than that though, I try to let everyone know what I'm making because I mean, even if like most of these recipes that we all do, like you don't have to can. These are recipes you could just make up a batch for your family. Like you don't have to can it. So, I mean, cooking is important. All right, this baby's done. I'm going to mute myself. I got to put the phone down.
All right. Yeah, with me, I'm going to be doing a lot of soups this month because it's Soup-tember. So now is when I stock up my pantry with soups and stews and things like that.
Oh, there you go. So, oh, hell. Look at there. Ooh-wee. See me.
Yay! Recipe incoming.
Little lunchtime. See, Chris just trying to have a good little relaxing lunch.
Yeah.
Man, look at there. Look what when you get off, Chris, you got some applesauce waiting for you.
There you go.
Man, oh man. Look at that. Oh boy. See? I don't know. That'd be like the old myth when you go, they say when you go grocery shopping, don't ever go to the store hungry. You're supposed to get full. Well, that's how that shit would have to be for me. Like that would have to be done and canned after I was already full. Because otherwise I'd be popping jars and pulling out spoons right now, just going, oh, well,
yeah. Well, that's part of the point for me in canning meals, especially in the half pints. because that way everybody can pick and choose what they want. And if we don't have power or we don't want to heat it up, which I have ways to heat it up, they can just pick one out and that's their meal.
No. So yeah, 6 pints of applesauce. I could have used more apples to get the full 8 pints, but you know. Emily, I know I need to. I really need to. But so much of it is just like my mom measured everything, and then when my mom taught me to cook, it was just, I don't know, second nature. Okay, this goes in, this goes in, this goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Steady.
Something tells me you ain't gonna have any applesauce left for the winter.
At this rate, no. Between Chris and the boys and Steading, and I'm going to have to send some to rescue.
Right.
That's all right, though. I mean, I'll make more applesauce. This is just the first batch. There's going to be probably 2 or 3 batches of applesauce made. And then, yeah, apple butter.
There's 3 more trees.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Look what the cat drug in.
Whoa.
What's
Wow.
up?
Backwoods?
Backwoods.
What's up? I came in for lunch. I had a big property downtown that I have to cut and got done with it. And I was like, man, I'm about to starve out. So I came home and been watching and eat a sandwich. And, you know, so I wanted to stop in and say hello, see how y'all are doing.
Just canning away, boy. Canning away.
I like some good cans. I'm just. How are you, Sister Marie? You feeling better?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, I was feeling bad all weekend. My daughter came home. She went to those chuck wagon races here.
Mm-hmm.
Had the Diamond Rio concert, and she went to all of that
nice.
stuff. Yeah, and she got, I guess, caught something there and came home, stayed home from school Friday because she was feeling bad. And then, hell, I got to feeling bad, you know, Saturday and Sunday. And yesterday, really, man, I was feeling like I had no energy. I was just like, you know, like I didn't want to do nothing. And I feel great today.
Well, with mine, it's just environmental. Basically, they called me back to work a week early from my month's vacation, which started at the camp out. And they cleaned house in more ways than one.
Oh.
And, you know, it's like a warehouse that we're cleaning. So all that dust and everything,
Oh.
and it's just been building up. So,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
I understand that. We got pollen warnings every day here.
Wow.
Yep.
It's bad.
Yeah. And then Saturday night, I broke a tooth, a molar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, too bad that didn't happen at the camp out. I've got channel locks. We'd just pulled that joker out.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yank that joker out.
Well, trust me, I've thought about it.
If
But-
you can, Sister Marie, see if you can get your hands on some oregano oil gel caps
Okay.
and food grade clove oil for just like on it, and then take the oregano oil. It'll
Nah,
help.
man, put some BC powders right on top of that joker.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that's what I used to do, and I'm telling you.
Sophie,
Yes.
I figure I'm just chiming in real quick. So, but he can't delete it. But Prepper says I'll come spend a weekend with y'all and help her pick, process, and canned applesauce. I'll even bring some jars and lids. So bam, got
I
3
would
treats to
love
go.
that setting.
Wow. That is awesome.
Heck
go.
yeah, I would love that.
And he's
Hey.
tall too.
Right?
Hey, Emily, Miss Sharon, and Prepper Steading, and everybody in chat. How y'all doing? Sorry.
Oh,
Keeping a close eye.
Did you get that ramp fixed up, Rescue? I've been kind of absent. So I was feeling
Well, it's yes and no. So I've got the ramp part is now locked in, and it's definitely even firmer than it was before.
right.
But I still need to do the 2 taller legs that are closer to the house. I need to re-level those blocks and do that. But I had a hellacious learning curve Saturday, and I spent too long in a pool,
Mm.
and it felt really comfortable. It's kind of like the hot tub thing. You're sitting in there and you're going, man, but it's really not good for you. Well, yeah. I had a great time until I went to get out. And as soon as I was holding on to that deal and I pulled up, as soon as that waistline cleared the water, and it was like, oh yeah. So now I have been doing shit, but I need to do the 2 legs on it. And then after that, my next chore is the plumbing. I've got to do something about my plumbing before it gets cold.
What is is it not, is it exposed or something, or what's the deal?
Oh, my plumbing. Oh yeah. Everything. I don't even have hot water in the kitchen or the bathroom sink because of the last freeze that we had. It's been a domino thing.
Damn, I wished I lived there by you, man. I did plumbing for years, man. That's what I did. I was ready to turn out for journeyman, and that's when all the shit hit. What was that? Man, it was years ago. 2008, I think, wasn't it? When the economy kind of went to shit, and I got laid off, and I ended up going back to work. I went to work for that gas company and worked there for like 10 or 11 years or whatever. When I got done there is when I started working for a plumber again. And then that's when I decided to do my own lawn care business. I was like, screw this, man. I'm tired of working for people,
Yeah.
Make my own way. Hey, Christopher B.
Yeah, he was going to come up and join us, but Sophie wouldn't let him, so he wasn't allowed.
He's not cute enough.
Well, but I got to say, Backwoods, see, I already blew that myth right out the water when Maria asked me to come up.
Yeah, but see, I mean, it's not that me or you are cute or anything, but we've got man beards, so that kind of makes up the difference.
Oh,
damn it.
well, yeah, there is that.
Right.
Beards. It's all about the beards. I will say that.
Right. Right on.
Well, I'd like to take some kind of pride, but to be honest, my shit just came out of laziness. I was shaved for so long in my life. Hell, for the most part of my young life, all I ever had was some little Adolf Hitler kind of shit because I always had to have some mask around me. And when I finally got up into more volunteer rural stuff, well, then it's SCBA. So then I just had to cover the forehead and down the side. So then I got the goatee action. So then I thought I was shitting in big cotton. Nowadays, I don't give a shit. I can't run fast enough. So I ain't worried about, I'll just try to either prevent something happening. And when I can't, by God, bring a lunch is all I can say, because you're going to know that I'm here.
Right.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, that'll be enough of that. Y'all get a room for that bullshit.
No, Chris has had a beard all of Seraphina's life, and when she was like a year old, he shaved the whole beard off, and oh my gosh, she looked at him and she would not go near him. It was the funniest shit ever.
Oh, I've always had a goatee or whatever, a mustache, all that, and it's been years ago. That girl of mine, 17, and I don't know. I guess her and that boy, you know, he's just a year and a half younger, you know, and what was that? Shoot, I don't know. It's probably about 7 years old. That
Right.
girl, and they all went on vacation, and I stayed here and went fishing for my vacation, and because the mother-in-law and the aunt was going, and more kids and stuff. I was like, no. So, well, I got a little bit lit, believe it or not. I got a little bit lit one night and was in there, and I was just trying to kind of trim it up, and I leaned in, and I guess I don't know, I bumped something, and it just, I mean, I went right down through here. It just screwed it all up, man. I was like, oh man. So I just shaved it off. I was like, fuck it, you know, shave it off, it'll grow back. Man, they come home, and I just barely had that 5 o'clock shadow thing going on. Man, my girl come in, and she looked at me, and she turned right around and looks at my wife and says, Mama, said, tell him not to do that no more. He don't look right. We just died laughing, man. It was funny as hell. The boy, he didn't care. He was just like, whatever, you know.
Sister Marie, I gotta jump down. I'll be right back up. It's just I just got a video call, so now my audio's all messed up. I'll be right back though.
All right.
Well, hurry up. I gotta go here in a minute. I got that. I was gonna cut grass yesterday, and I still wasn't feeling real good, you know. And I was like, and my wife and I was talking, and she was like, "Why don't you just stay home and just, you can work a little bit late a couple of nights, this week?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I could." So stayed home and rested.
Wasn't it yesterday that you did your live and you were like, I got to shut this down because I'm going to go mow this so I don't get behind? And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just checking.
No, I did. And I got up and I went in there, and that's when my wife and I was talking. I was just like, man, and I ended up, when I got off that live, I went in there and ended up sleeping for 4 hours. I slept for 4 hours, got up, messed around a little bit, whatever. Ended up going back to bed about 10 o'clock, 10:30 last night. And
that was your body's way of saying it wanted some rest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I feel great today, man. I feel like I could run through a wall. I ain't kidding, man. I feel good.
I don't know that I'd go get too delusional though, backwoods.
Right. Well, I was talking about a paper wall, Just
Okay.
Yeah,
oh, okay. The high school football thing.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. But now I felt bad because Miss Sister Marie invited me the last time she did a live, and I was out working, and I was out where I couldn't get any service, and I didn't even get to watch the live, and so came home and I was like, oh yeah, Sister Marie, and so I turned it on and I was like, oh, she sent me a link. I'm gonna stop in and say hello. So
that was kind of me. I felt bad because the last one I hadn't made it, and then it was like, nope, this one I will be here come hell or high water.
Right.
Well, I do appreciate y'all being here, and the kitchen is always open to you guys. Yeah, you're always welcome.
Ain't Tiger doing a cannon show here in another night or so?
Probably.
know.
She's been consistent.
Well, she was going to be, what was it she was going to be doing?
She was on what?
She was going to be doing something. I think she hadn't done it before, and she was going to try. I can't remember. Wind blowing. Got brain damage. I got excuses though.
Yeah. Well, I try to catch everybody's stuff, man, and even a lot of times, because I do the YouTube Premium, so a lot of times I'll download 4 or 5 videos, of all of our friends and stuff, and and listen to them while I'm out mowing. Because
Right.
you can even if you ain't got service, you can still listen to the videos when you download. Yeah. What's up, Best Live, Billy? What's going on, bud? Spotted Fawn, what's happening?
Yes, Tiger. It looks like Tiger has a stream set up for. Actually, it's today at 6 p.m.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I hope I'm home in time. I don't know. I got to kind of make up for yesterday, you know.
Yeah, here in a day or two, I'm gonna try to get busy. I'm gonna try to go back on my lane. Just gotta.
I was just trying to get everything that needed to get done before the rain, because we had rain last night, today, and we're supposed to have rain, I think, till like Wednesday or Thursday. So
Oh,
See,
no, no,
that's-
no,
that's
no,
what-
no.
That's what's weird here is I kind of want the rain, but then there's the part that goes, no, I don't want it, because then nowadays I lose track. If it rains, I sink.
Yeah.
By the way, hi, Spotted Fawn. Sorry,
hi,
Rusty.
Fawn.
No, man.
We've got rain in the forecast every day, but it's just like 30% or 40%. So it's basically just afternoon, a couple of pop-up showers. But I was like, as long as it ain't lightning, I'm gonna keep cutting, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
I've got my shop rigged up, man. It was so nice this morning, y'all. I have to tell you, because I needed to sharpen my blades, and like I said, I got the feeling bad, so I didn't do anything this
Your
weekend.
table.
Well, yeah, man. I pulled my mower. I had the room to pull my mower up in my shop this morning. My jack, I didn't have to fight a bunch of shit to get it out. I just wheeled it right over there, jacked my mower up, man, pulled the blades off, put it in my vise over here, sharpened the blades up. Man, it was just so nice, man. First time that I've been able to do that since I've had these mowers, man. It's just, I'm so happy, man,
That
Yes.
one big boy mower looks like a hell of a lot of fun backwoods. I would cruise that thing all day long through grass, fields, whatever. I would.
I just got through cutting a 3-acre property with it.
Wow.
Yeah, I did it in a hour and a half.
Now,
Good Lord. You must have a large deck on that mower.
it's big,
I've
Sister
got
Maureen.
a very big, large deck. I knew Sophia would.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to be on my very best ladylike behavior because I'm up here with rescue and I'm trying to just be. And see, look, it's hold on, which one? No, okay, it's his fault. His fault.
I didn't do nothing.
You're okay,
Not my
Sophia.
mower. What?
I got the
Yeah.
warming up.
Uh-huh.
18 and up.
I was
You're good.
I was talking about my mower. What were you talking about?
Oh, don't even go there, you little Phil. You little Phil.
No, it's really just a 52. It's not it's
Is that one of them like 72-inch jobs or?
no. Well, my trailer is a 6x12. It's enclosed, and I didn't want to go buy a new trailer, just to get a little bit bigger mower deck, and I was like, screw this, I'm just out the 52, and it just, but it's got like a 28.5 horse motor on it, man. It'll run 8.5 miles an hour is what it'll run, and it'll cut grass
Good
all day.
Lord.
You just
Man, hair blowing in the wind, just hauling.
yeah.
Actually,
I get off of it, my beard's all like this.
Yes.
I got on a guy down the road the other day. I'm gonna talk to John Deere, see if I can make a deal, trade him the shit that I got, and pay a difference and get one. Because one thing I noticed when I tried to get on that. Well, it's just I said them because I just got this other rod mower just not long before I screwed myself up real bad. And but see, a riding lawnmower, if you think about it, most of the regular ones, the seats always sit like you're going forward, so you have to use the steering wheel to hold yourself back, and then you got the pedals. Well, that don't work. I got on that one like you got the 0 turn thing, and the one thing that as soon as I got in, I went, oh yeah, I could do this shit. And it's that foot brace down there that I can just lock into that foot brace, and I'm in the seat. And then it's like, okay, yeah, no, I could sit here and do this. I can keep myself right here.
Yeah, just
The
make
rod
sure.
mowers you can't because one pedal does the brake and the other's your throttle, and you got to keep moving. And it's like, no, I just want to hold up.
Yeah, just make sure you get one. Even if you got to pay a little extra, make sure you get one with the arm, with the elbow. You know, what do you call it? You know what
Oh,
I'm
the
saying?
armrest.
The armrest, freaking armrest. Because man, I just let my elbows rest on
That's
that.
not where normally backwoods rests his arm, is why he couldn't think of the word.
Yeah. Right. Right.
There you go. You
TJ
feel better, Sophie?
TJ Cat. TJ says about needing to change the blades on the riding mower. Never done it before, so I had to watch some videos. I bought at Harbor Freight Tools. You know, it's kind of like Chicago Tools and Harbor Freight Tools. You know, the Northern Tool Company. You know, I bought a well, it's this right. Y'all see that right there?
Oh, the lift.
Hang
Yeah.
on.
It's so you can pull your front tires go up on that right there. Yeah, your front tires go up on the black parts there, and you can see it, the bars across there, and so your tires will sit right in there. You just lift it up with your foot right there, that pedal sticking out the back, and then it's got another pedal down below that you just push down on, and it lets it right back down. And I think I paid $140 for that, and
Oh, there you go.
it's a must. And you're going to need an impact. I'm just saying. You can take me on it. Now
Dang it.
but yeah, and you're going to need an impact. You know, especially if it's a riding mower. I mean, it's just it just makes it so easy. And you really need a jack stand too, you know, to put under there, just kind of for safety.
I was going to ask you, does that have a lock once you go up? Can you lock it?
Well, it's actually got a little square hook thing on the front of it, you know, that's welded on both sides there, and it's you can hook a little strap to it and hook it to your mower, and you know, cinch it down so it can't roll off backwards.
Oh, okay.
But still, any kind of jack, if you're going to be getting, you know, kind of underneath the mower or car or anything, you always want to have a jack stand, always, you know, because
That's why I didn't know if they had some kind of lock deal on the part that once it goes up, if you could lock it by the jack so it doesn't come down, or yeah, because I wouldn't want to just leave it sitting on the pressure of the jack.
It actually has a lock thing on it on the side, so it's got so when you jack it up, you know, you can jack it up to that, and it's got a little pin that's spring loaded, you know, so you can undo the spring there to where it wants to go outward, and once you get it up to that certain height, you know, it'll lock into place.
There you go.
You know, but it's, I mean, still, I don't trust, you know, I mean, still a jack and underneath it is where you got to, you know.
Studying, you're always welcome here. And I'll do my best to show you what I do, but we all can a little differently, depending on the canner we have and our stove, among other things. A lot of factors, but the basic principles are all the same. But you just let me know when so that I can request the time off.
I was reading Best Life's comment there with got a 44-inch trail mower offset. Man, that's pretty cool there. 6 foot pass out of it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
think mine's 40, 46 or 42. Oh no, it was nice. I liked it for a while. Now my wife does it.
I just know
I
that.
just got to convince her to go faster. It's like you just got through cutting it. You know, you can go ahead and push it down. It'll go faster. I just don't. It's like, well, that's why it's taking me. And then she growls about how long it takes. And I go, but just push it. It'll go now. Well,
Well, I mean, man, honestly, everything I've read, because before I bought my mowers, I was pretty sure I was going to buy Gravely's, but I looked, and just looked stuff up and everything, and a lot of of course, if you're not doing a mowing business, I guess it may not matter. I don't know, but a lot of people were saying stay away from the John Deeres that they.
oh, personally, yeah. John Deere lost all. I used to be a 100% fan for him until they totally screwed them farmers over, and they said that we're going to be like Bill Gates, and we're not going to let you have any access to the firmware. You're just going to have to wait until one of our people can come fix your shit.
Yep.
And you know what? People think farmers are stupid, but let me tell you what, you got farmers up there that have learned how to software. They've learned how to code. They've hacked that shit. They fixed it. That's a $500,000 piece of equipment sitting on a field. And it's like, so what? I got to wait 3 months for your certified John Deere technician to come with his own little, no, bullshit. Watch this shit. Yeah. So John Deere lost my faith. It just, I had happened to buy that because I used to be a fan until they screwed him. And then now it's like, and that's my best bargaining tool is to kind of go, hey, you want to do some little thing and maybe you could, trade me out. But I'm actually going to talk to a local lawn place because we do have, I can't remember the name, if it's the Big Dog or Bad Dog or something.
Bad
One
Boy.
of the Bad Boy. Because they got one of their little plants is not far.
They have Bad Boy and man, I seem like they had, I don't know, but they got Bad Boy mowers, and it seems like some of theirs have they have bulldogs on them and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying maybe they'll give you credit, trade-in value kind of thing.
Well, see, all right, so we've got a Bad Boy plant just an hour and 20 minutes from here, and I actually was looking at getting one, and I talked to a guy local here that's got a pretty decent sized mowing business. He does stuff down in the big towns and stuff, and he was telling me that he had a Bad Boy mower, and he said, man, their customer service sucks. He said, man, he said they're really bad, man. And he said as soon as he was able to, he traded it in and got something else. I just know Gravely and Aries has been around, man, since mowers began. I mean, they've been around forever. And back when I was like 20, 21, 22 years old, I worked for a great big, see you, Chris.
Later, brother.
Later.
Don't work too hard.
I worked for this big landscaping company, and I was on the property crew, and that's all we used was Gravely's, man. And I mean, we cut 6 days a week.
That's the one you got right now, right? Is the Gravely?
Gravely.
Okay, yeah. Because that's what I got on the other day. That's what the guy down the road, he bought. He has one of those.
Yeah, and see, Exmark makes a really, really good mower.
I haven't heard of it.
But they're like, for the same mower that I got in Gravely, it was $1,000 more. And and it's I mean, they're great mowers and everything, but they're not as they're not any better than a Gravely, And I sure wasn't paying a Dixie choppers. Yeah. Is there a Big Dog?
Dixie chopper. Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up on.
The only thing about Dixie choppers, man, they're tough ass old mowers, man, but they just look so ghetto. You know what I'm saying? They look like some redneck put together some shit out of his backyard, a bunch of broke down cars, and they do, man. They're the
Here's a real funny one, since you were talking about looking all ghetto and you know, old stuff. You know, actually with a mower, I think that I would probably like the most backwoods would be the old snappers.
Yeah.
Remember the
Mm.
old sit-on
Yeah.
snappers with just, because I can just step right on. Those you just walk in the front of them, you know, and you just, I gotta say that I told my wife, well, see, shit that worked back then. There was it worked, but no, let's not do that no more.
Well, they've got another one called Spartan mowers, and they're really good mowers, man. But they're just they're real expensive too. They're $1,000 or $1,200 more also than Gravely, and I you know, I wasn't going to do it. I mean, to me, I mean, man, these Gravely's are just the way to go. They've got good customer service too, man. In fact, I called because I called the guy this morning that I bought my mower from, and I noticed one of the reservoirs that controls the hydrostatic motor. You know, it was low, and man, I went in my trailer and I looked all under the mower, and I'm like, it's not leaking anywhere, you know, and I was like, I can't figure out why, you know. And I called him. He goes, man, probably what happened from the factory. Because you're supposed to sit there and let them run for a little while, and they'll bubble, you know, because the little propeller is turning. Yeah, and he said, I bet you they didn't get all the air out of it, and it's just finally bubbled down there. So, you know, and you know what kind of fluid they use?
Transmission fluid.
Nope, they use the same oil that goes in the motor, 2050.
Damn.
Yep. And I was like, really? I was like, well, hell, I got, you know, I bought a couple extra quarts, you know, when I went and bought the oil change last time for it. Just bought a couple extra quarts just to have, you know, you never know. And
Right.
and he was like, yeah, he goes, that's what's recommended. He said, you can look it up. He said, I'm telling you, that's what we put in them, 2050. And I was like, hell, cool. You know?
Well, yeah, that's the same all the way around now. There you go.
Yeah, and try to. Well, of course, how big is your property?
Half acre, 3/4 of an acre.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't worry too much about it then, but like both of my mowers have where you can change the fluid on them, but some of them have, you know, they're kind of like some of these. Yeah, they're contained, you know, and you can't really change the fluid on them, you know, and they're good for a certain amount of hours, and then, you know, when they go out, they go out. But both of mine, you can change the fluid on them, you know.
Yeah, I would definitely want something that could at least be serviced, because I'll figure it out. I'll figure out a way.
Yeah, it was an extra, you know, $300 or $400 to get them to where they're serviceable, you know. But I paid that. I was like, yeah, I want to be able to service all my stuff, you know. I like servicing my ladies.
Hey, you got to keep them happy.
Right? Change the fluid in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit goes bad when there's no lube.
Right.
Y'all kill me.
There you go.
Goodness.
Y'all are naughty. Naughty boys.
I won't disagree.
Yeah, you know it. You know it, backwoods.
Yeah. I am.
Oh, gosh, another phone call. Come on.
Hey, which model do you have, Backwoods? Is your Gravely the red? Is it a red one or a yellow?
Yeah, it's red. It's well, there's one of them sitting over there. It's the XL. And then the other one is a ProTurn Z.
So yours is that ZT-XL 42. Is
Yes.
that one?
Yep, that's the one I've got. I use it to cut my own yard now, and then every once in a while, you know, I've got a couple of people that they do their own property, but they do they're into coaching, and they do, like, one of them does golf tournaments sometimes and stuff, and so they'll call me, you know, and be like, hey, can you come do my yard this week? And they've got a couple of gates and stuff that are, you know, I can't get my big mower in, so I just take my little mower with me, and it does just fine, you know. Yeah, mine's a ZTXL, and it's a freaking awesome mower, man. I love it. It's a great little mower.
You know, I like it, but I got. Oh no, wait. No, they got another one, and it's weird because on the finance, it's actually a few bucks cheaper than the one you got. That's the XL, but just the ZTX. It's a 52-inch, but it
Right.
sits lower. The seat is actually lower where yours is. It looks a little taller.
Yeah, it sets up. I don't know.
Matter of fact, it's like looking at the picture.
I don't know if
The
you can see
armrest on yours come right at that first bend of your steer handle.
Yeah.
So when your handles are closed in, your armrest will, in this other shorter version, that little deck part is a little shorter version, and the arms are halfway up those levers. So that's how much shorter it is. But it's a 52-inch, and it's actually cheaper than the 42-inch. And it's actually got a 25.
Well, because
I see the difference now. I was like, wait a minute, what? Well, that's a 25 horsepower Kohler versus the 21.5 Kawasaki.
the Kawasaki is a better motor. That's what I've got, 21.5 Kawasaki on that one.
And that's why that's a little more than the other one. While the deck might be 10 inches smaller, the engine, because that's that's your drive.
Yeah, see,
I'm gonna check into one of those.
the Kohler engines are good engines, but they're not a Kawasaki, man. And then my big mower actually has a Gravely motor on it. Gravely's been building their own engines for years and years and years and years, and they're tough, durable motors. Like I said, it's the damn thing's damn near 29 horsepower. You know, I mean, dude, I've cut grass last week. I cut some grass that was taller than the front deck. You know, where you put your feet. The grass was taller than that, man, and I just put it about half give. You know what I'm saying? And it just Cadillac'd right through it, man. Like it wasn't nothing.
Sophia, how's your cans doing?
They're cooling. They're good to go.
Okay. Because I know you've
think
got
I think there's 2 that have to ping.
My feet are very cold. Feel them.
Ooh, your tootsies are.
What are you doing, little girl?
And warm.
What's
Did
it?
I
What you
miss
doing,
you,
little girl?
cans?
Who is that?
Backwards.
That's
Hey,
backwards.
sweetheart.
And that's Rescue.
How are
Hi,
you?
Rescue.
And Sister Marie.
Hi, Sister
Hey.
Marie.
Hi, hon.
How are you? Are you having a good day?
You sure got a pretty smile.
The infamous sunglasses, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
There you go.
All right.
I miss you, Backwoods.
Oh,
I miss you
I
too.
miss you guys all.
Oh. We'll see him
I
again
miss
soon.
you
Don't
too.
worry.
Okay.
All right. All right, y'all. I unfortunately am going to jump off here. I've got to get everything finished in the kitchen, cleaned up, and then I got to go get my sons from school.
Shippy.
Yep,
Yeah.
I've got to get to. Like I said, my boss is yelling at me and shit. He's an asshole.
Okay, you boss is yelling. Sister Marie,
It's like-
thank you so much for
like,
having me.
get
It's
your ass out
always,
there and go
always a
to
good
work.
time. And Rescue, I enjoyed so much being up here with you. I love you
Oh.
all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for
Thank
being up
you,
here.
Sophia.
Bye, y'all.
Have a great day.
But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna jump out too. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more properties to do.
Wow. Well, I do appreciate you popping in.
Yep, I appreciate you inviting me on. Like I said, I was just right down the street, and I was like, man, I'm hungry, and I sure ain't gonna go to McDonald's or somewhere. You know, I got sandwich meat here. You know, I got some good ham here, boy.
Uh-huh.
Good ham and cheese sandwich.
We'll get you some gravy.
Y'all y'all have a great day, Sis Maria. I hope you get feeling better quick.
Thank
and
you.
Rescue. But
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
glad to see you, and we'll see y'all later.
You got it, man. Don't work too hard backwards.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a
brother.
good day. Wow. Okay, I have about 20 minutes left before I can turn the burner off. And then it's the cool down stage, which will take a little bit of time. But at that point, I will turn on the AC to cool it down quicker.
Then the cool down will be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Might end up trying to get me one of them.
Oh, the mowers?
Friggis. Yeah, because it drives me crazy not being able to do anything, and then that gets me because that's actually what I used to do ever since from the time we started clearing this place off. It's we literally cleared the whole. Hell, from the first time we parked on the side of the little bit of a dirt road and actually camped out in the pull behind trailer camper when we started literally chopping underbrush until we cleared out a big enough spot to back up into it with the trailer. And then and I've always been outside. I love it. I love mowing, and now my yard looks like shit. It's just all uneven here, overgrown here. And then I can get back out. Plus I'm outside. I could do stuff.
Right. You're getting that vitamin D from the sun.
I could even use that to then go down there and go fishing at the creek too, because my chair will make it to the creek, but I've already determined I don't think my chair can make the climb back up the hill. I can go down, but the weight of that chair with me, I don't think I can come up. I think I'll get about a quarter away and then I'll just start slipping and spinning. Where my mower like that now, because hell, you just run all around that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can even mow the bank of the creek and keep it mowed. So it just kind of, I think I've just pretty much talked myself into it. I just need to, I'm going to make that.
Hey, Nikki.
Now there's a lady that just kind of pinch of this, dash of that, some of this, some of that, bam, there you go. What's up, Miss Nikki?
Yep. Yeah. I still have to figure out what the next soup is going to be, because it'll be on Friday, I believe. I had to check my schedule, but I don't think he changed it. So I'm good. Yeah, Friday night I'll be canning on Sophia B's channel. And I have no clue what soup it'll be, but it'll be soup.
Well,
And possibilities are endless.
Can you okay, like in the canning, so like I like cream of chicken.
Right.
So can you do you make the cream of chicken the same way and then just can it?
Well, the problem with that is the cream.
That's okay. I've noticed that I haven't seen any of y'all ever do milk stuff.
Milk, dairy, flour, basil, sage, cornstarch, those type items. For canning, you don't want them in your recipe. However, with what I'm canning now, you can do that. You can take what I just put in the canner, set yourself up with a little pan, take that, puree half of it, and that'll create the cream.
Oh, okay.
And when you put it in the pan on the stove, you can add your heavy cream, or if you want cream cheese, it depends on how you're making it. You know, what flavor profile you're after. But yeah, most people put heavy cream after the fact.
You could do chicken and rice and can though. Like if you just, because you can can the rice. Like if you do chicken and rice, can you can that type of meal?
You can. Personally, I don't. I'd rather have the rice after the fact, or the pasta after. That's why I didn't add pasta to this.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but with me, I like my fresh starches like that. But that's my preference. Now, other people have canned rice in their dishes. I think Sophia has done it. And there's a couple other people that have done pastas in their canning, but I prefer not to.
Okay.
But that's me.
I could see either way. I gotta say, it's like that. The chicken cacciatore stuff that she, oh man, that just, because it was all there. You just dump that out and heat it up and go to town.
Yeah. Yes, Miss Sharon. Clear gel might work for that. You know, to thicken it. But as far as that cream taste, you would have to add your dairy to it. "12 minutes, y'all." And then I turn the burner off and turn the AC on. So I'm still using the same amount of electric.
There you go.
And they're still charging me twice as much.
Man, and see, it's just like I saw a thing because some Texas people went without power during a little bit of storm and stuff, and I was like, I'm just so grateful where I'm at, where our co-op and it being the co-op makes all the difference. Because as a co-op, you're a member. Everybody's a member. So any major decision, everybody gets a vote. Everybody gets a say.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
they don't just, you don't have some corporation just running them up going, oh yeah, we need fancier offices and the secretary needs a secretary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that any big spending's got to be approved through all the members, and that's a good thing. So plus our guys, I will say our guys, I used to even be jealous when I worked with a communication company, because our guys here off the electrical, they got all goods and equipment, everything, because that's everybody gets it here. Because
Mhm.
most people, if they aren't working, living here, then they retired here, and so everybody understand how that goes. You want your guys to have good equipment.
Right. But what I found funny as far as my electric goes is a while back, I got my electric bill down to next to nothing. Okay, $25 a month. Then this other company comes in and says, oh, well, you know, we got to charge you more because not only do I have the original company, but I have the secondary company saying that they're going to deliver the power. So my bill doubled. Okay.
Wow.
Then all of a sudden, you know, 3-4 months down the line, I get a notice saying that that second company is no longer going to provide us service. I haven't noticed a change in service, okay? But anyway, so that was the bill cut back in half. Then all of a sudden, the first company decides, oh, well, we've got to charge you double now for the same amount of power. So I still haven't figured that out.
See, that sounds like that stuff that I've heard about down in like Houston and some of these the big cities. They have that where you can like shop around for your electric, you know, and you can pick your provider kind of thing. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, how does that really work? Because one company put these poles in the ground, one company
Right.
ran these lines. So you
Right.
start adding all these little side things. Well, everybody wants a cut. And, you know, they make it sound like it's a deal, but it's not a deal.
Right.
And something like that. It sounds like somebody, like at some level, something keeps changing hands and then it's fluctuating. And that's why, see, and that's crap.
Well, I called up the first company and I asked them, why is it double? Oh, inflation. I'm like, really?
According to Joe Biden, that's zero. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
that's where and I'm not for sure, but I know that either the county, I know up to the state level. So but to see, it's like that's things that people, I would say anybody that doesn't have some kind of co-op system for the electric and stuff should be looking into that. Start pushing for that. That's part of that stuff where I don't know. Sometimes people are so focused on other things. Well, that's something that is very important to everybody. Oh yeah, see.
Wow. Electric is going up 44%.
Yep. That's
Holy
TXU.
Christ.
That's TXU. That's part of that whole what they call that stuff, TJ? Damn. That was that big plan that fell all apart during the ice storm when it was like, wait, you didn't even deal with that? And I forgot the name of that. Because once again, I have the benefit of being on a little co-op that.
Right. Wow.
I forgot the name of that damn.
So if they do that here, 44% hike. That's almost $100 a month.
Holy crap. Miss Sharon said she's on a co-op. Her electric went from $75 to $197.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
God, I hope not.
a year. Oh wow. Yeah. See, I pay for us and where I'm at. I pay summer month, and then I pay a winter month.
Yep.
And it's just a set rate. And yeah, there's been times when we've looked because we've been gone or hadn't even been here. Hell, like whenever I was working over out of Huntsville and stuff, and we weren't even here, but I still paid the same thing. And I guess you could say, "Oh, see, you were paying for something you weren't really getting." But then there's days when it's 103 outside, and every damn air conditioner in this house is running 90 to nothing for 3 weeks straight. I paid the same amount. I don't know. My dad told me when I was a kid, sometimes you get the bear and sometimes the bear gets you. That was how he used to explain overtime to me. He said, well, son, sometimes the bear gets you and sometimes you get the bear. And it's like, huh? And I've just applied that through everything because you can only do what you can do.
Wow.
I never realized just what I have told him. I told my wife not long ago going, I'm glad we didn't change off of that plan. Because I started to with my disability because I can go to a different category, but it was like, I don't think I'm ready to do that. Hell, I already don't like relying on the system right now as it is, but on disability, you really are. And I don't like that feeling. I just figure if they ever flip that big enough a switch, then there's so many of these other little side rules that'll be gone off the table. Oh, I'll go find me something to do because it won't be somebody going, I can't have anybody. My insurance won't cover. All those little bitty knick-knack things will be gone because things will be bad enough that it'll be like, hey, you can wheel yourself in here and do this. Sounds good to me. We can trade this. I'll pay you this. There you go. That's at least what I hope for.
No. I'm just figuring in my head here. Electric, for me, if they go to that 44, if they double it again, it will take a day and a half for me to earn the money to pay that bill.
Dang.
Now, then you got good old Big Brother there. And every paycheck, just in taxes, I pay like $200. So that's another 2 to 3 days there. I only work 5 days a week. So that only leaves me with 1 day for anything else. Car payments, car insurance, medical bills, you name it. That's what it leaves. So, it's one of those things that we got to think now. What are we going to do when that happens?
Well, I think, it's like talking with Bug Out, we've talked about like the slow boil, and that's that slow line that's being drawn because, and I've said this because they really are trying to push people out of the rural areas because they want you to go to that metropolitan. See, go to the city, go, the government will be able to help you. You can get in some housing. You can we'll make this before. And so that's what they'd rather have you do. And then that's slowly going to draw that line in the sand of when do you go, nope, I can make do with what I got. I'll make this work. However, and then that's the longer it goes, the wider that line, because then you'll start to see a fine distinguish between the kind of people. Because some people just can't. I don't know. It's like, there's a song and it's something like everybody's an outlaw until it's time to do outlaw shit. Well, it's easy to kind of go, I got this, as long as you can swing by the store, or as long as you can still swing the debit card. But when all of those options are gone, can you still kick it? Are you still going to be okay? You know, can you rook it?
Yeah. I mean, I
And
know
think it's
here.
intentional.
Go ahead.
Well, I just think it's intentional because
Oh yeah,
like you,
definitely.
Sophia, all the people, you know, backwoods. See, this is the middle class. This is the backbone to the country. This is what America is all about, is the diversity, the different way of life, making life work. So you got to get rid of that American dream. You got to get rid of that possibility. You need to be a have or have not.
Right.
And you're either be on this team or that team. And it's like, nope.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, I'm prepared to do whatever I need to do to keep the roof over my head. Yeah. And if that means shutting off lights, so be it.
I'll tell you a little thing we did here. I don't know how many people thought about it, but it helps. And if you are trying to save, and now that we're talking about electric, you might look at getting a light switch and putting it in on the power line that goes to your water heater if you have electric water heater. And during the day, cutting that off during the day, and only cut it or plan whatever you're going to do, your showers or like dishwashing type stuff. Then you just cut it on. It'll still be warm. And one thing we did here is not only have a switch, but I went ahead and we took some insulation and wrapped it around the tank, even though it's you know fine, but wrapped that around there and then taped it up, because the warmer you can keep it, but what you do is you'll keep them elements, them 220 volt, mind you, water heaters are 220 volts, and it'll keep them heating elements. And a heating element is a very high amperage draw element. That's your burner on your stoves, the heater cores, the elements in your water heater. So the more you can keep them from just firing on and off, those are just surges that are happening throughout the day, because it's just the temperature is changing in your house. So the water will cool down, it'll need to heat up, the temperature will drop. Well, it's cheaper if you just cut that off for the day, and then you cut it on for a few hours at night, and you cut it off while you're asleep. You have warm water to wash your face and stuff in the mornings. So you can literally, you'd be surprised how much that will shave a little bit off. Now that we're talking about it going at 44% and shit, then that might be something to really look into. Oh, there, Miss Sharon says I flipped the breaker on mine.
Yep.
But see, and that can be hard on your breaker though, just being, you know, not trying to say nothing one way or the other, but the only difference between flipping the breaker is the more that a breaker trips or goes on and off, the weaker it'll get, because they're not designed to do that. Where a light switch has a cam style switch that's designed to, it's actually tested to go on and off continuous. There's your differences. But something to think about. But definitely need to shave cost. And it's like water. I remember, where were we at? Gosh. We lived in a city somewhere, and the water bill, the city utility bill, the way that they do them cities with the sewer and the water and all that shit all wrapped in one. Well, it went up, and hell, like I think a quarter of the damn town ended up putting bricks in the back of their toilet tubs to reduce the water on the flush.
Yep.
It's just little things you do. Like now around here, what we do is hurricane time is you kind of always repair. And if the weather starts sounding bad, then we fill the bathtub and stuff like that. So we keep the bathtub full. We'll end up putting milk jugs in the freezer.
Right.
You know, don't fill them all the way up, by the way. Only fill them 3/4 of the way. Leaves room for expansion. Because those will come good for cooling food, or you have drinking water, thaw it out later, you know. So we just did little prep things. That's why I say it just depends. I've never I mean, I guess if I see things getting bad, there's things we do just like we do it during for the hurricane, because hurricane, you just never know. Are you going to be out of power for an hour or for a month?
Right.
That last time was almost a month. Hell, 20 something days, 24 days or something.
Oh my
Without power.
goodness.
And for shit, a good week of that, we were flooded in, so we couldn't even get out.
Oh goodness.
Because well, I don't worry about going underwater, but my access in and out around me, part of it's a lake and a river, and then the other's lower level, so it floods.
Mhm.
You know, somebody brought up pools earlier. You know, things started getting. I think there was a stream this weekend. Somebody said something about pools, and you think about it, a pool, but the only problem is, I would say if things start looking really bad, then you drain that, but then don't chlorine that water.
Mhm.
Because that's the difference about just having a pool out there. I mean, at least you do have pool to, as long as you can filter it, but that'll be your heavy chlorine. I don't know about all that. Give you the ruins.
Well, see, not too long ago, Elusive is another channel here, and he's out west. They had drought so bad his well went dry,
Ooh.
so he ran a hose from his pool to fill up the well. That way he still had running water in the house.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Hey, what's up, Hutch?
Oh
There you go.
my goodness. Look at what the cat drug in. Hey, Hutch. How you doing, hon?
The Hammock King. He cracked me up on backwood. He started out in the one hammock, and then in mid-stride changed to the other one.
Yep. Biggest decision of his day.
Yep.
Goodness. Are you going live later, Hutch?
Oh, sitting in public. Wife is at the doctor. Oh, goodness.
Uh-oh.
Well, hopefully she's all right.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's just like a checkup thing, or is she feeling
Right.
bad? But sitting in public, though, I got to say, Hutch, sometimes it can be entertaining. It's kind of like front row to your own comedian show.
True.
Sometimes I got to get a kick out of riding with her down to Walmart, and I just kind of sit. Being the disabled thing, I'm usually in one of them fronter spots, so you get to watch all this shit coming out that door, and you kind of go, oh my goodness, and this is the public. Because there's some funny shit.
Oh, yeah.
Checking your hands for the final thing.
Well, I hope it goes well for her. All right. I got to turn on the AC.
AC time.
Yeah.
Oh, big public, Springfield. Hey, we have a big little, our cool little, I guess our big town over there by the lake, Lake Livingston. Beto's supposedly coming Tuesday. That's today. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's today. So that's this evening. He's supposedly coming this evening over there. I'm not sure how them people, I can't believe he can have that many people over there really going to come pay attention, but. He ought to come out over this way. Although maybe that's why he didn't. That probably wouldn't. I'm riding on my way to an appointment, so I'll have questionable signal. Thanks again for streaming, Sister Marie. Well, I will make sure and let her know when she comes back, Miss Emily, and I hope you're safe on your trip. Hope your appointment goes good. Hey, Sister Marie, Miss Emily said, I'm riding on my way to an appointment, so I'll have questionable signal. Thanks again for streaming, Sister Marie.
You're welcome, Emily. Thank you for stopping by the kitchen.
The best kitchen in town.
I'm at about 8 pounds of pressure and going down. So, just a matter of time now.
Just a matter of time.
Pardon?
Just a matter of time.
Yeah. And I'm out of coffee.
I picked the wrong day to start wearing pants. Hey, Sister Marie, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me something to drink.
Okay. Well, Hutch, I'm glad you wore pants. So, how do y'all save money? Besides not spending it. You have a safe drive, Emily. Oh, you think the diesel is because of what they use in the pavement? And I don't know why parking lots heat up like that, but yeah, they absorb the sun's rays for sure. But one thing that I do to save money, is me working 5 days a week. I take and make sure that any trips I need to make for shopping, paying bills, things like that, I make sure they're done before or after work. That way on my days off, I don't go anywhere. And it looks like brother and sister are having fun in the chat. Sophia B and Hutch. Wouldn't be the same without y'all. Down to 5 pounds of pressure right now. Aw, thank you, Sophia. I love the deer. Most ways I can get it, just don't get them near my car. And by the way, guys, another way I save money is that's my coffee pot. All the coffee pots do is boil water and pour it through your grounds. I take a shortcut. I boil my own water. It's cheaper this way. And with the electric coffee pots, they cycle on and off to keep your water hot. So that's like Rescue was saying with the hot water heater. Same way with the coffee pots. Definitely have a garden going when it's feasible. And for winter, you know, do indoor containers. And also only buy on sale whenever possible. Yeah, I pretty much only buy things that are on sale. And with the stores that I frequent, they have sections of clearance. And, you know, I save usually about 50% on my meat bill.
Well, I'm guilty because I pretty much, which actually I'm not as bad now as past year or so, but coffee pot just stayed on all the time. Anytime I was home, the coffee pot was on. I drank coffee all day, all night. I drink coffee before I go to bed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. But the thing is, you can have it turned off. You know, you turn your switch off on the pot, but it's still plugged into the wall. So it still draws the phantom energy to heat.
Oh, well, yeah, those timed ones and all the clock stuff, it still keeps the trickle going.
Yep.
When we finally moved up here full time, I gave up on those fancy ones because the water out of the well, it's pretty good with minerals, so it'll get calcium go there. I just buy them little cheap ass things from Walmart. $10 coffee pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how, I guess if anything does happen to our electric, I'll go out there and I'll collect me little piles of limbs. I'll just throw that damn old coffee pot on the fire. I'll make a big old pot. Then you just keep a bed of coals going. You can keep it hot all day. Actually, I got a 32 cup coffee pot out there
Oh
in my
my
shop.
word.
It's tall. It's one of them tall silvers. You've seen them around and probably
Yeah.
different gatherings and stuff. It's the big silver ones with the black top and everything else. That's what I got out of my shop. I'm a coffee dude.
There are a lot of great comments in the chat right now, and I'm highlighting them so that the replay they can see them. But
Hey, Miss
Yeah.
Sophie, you have a great day. Thank you for coming up. I thought that was great. It was so awesome to be on a panel with you, man. Hey, me too. I roll my own smokes too, Sophie. And I do my own hair.
all right, you have a safe trip, Sophia.
Sophie, are you saying that the ground is moist? I know she just fell out giggling then. Oh, you got it, Miss Sophie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. You two ladies have made my day.
I appreciate everybody that has come up on panel. And it's helped me to relax. You know, I'm not as stressed, so to speak.
Right.
You know, trying to make sure everything runs right, and you know, it's not so taxing on my eyes either. You know, having you up here helping me out, and I do appreciate it.
Oh, I'm grateful. I'm just sorry I missed the other ones.
No worries.
See, that's an easy way to cut it thin. So all you do is reach around, gather it together, pull it around the front, and trim off the ends, don't you see? That's probably easy to do.
Yeah, I'm getting there. That's about halfway down my back right now.
Well, this all part went bald. Too many hard hats and skull caps and stuff here. So too many noggins. So at some point I said, you know, easy maintenance. And just there it goes. It's all gone. Plus, I was, 17. The Army taught me just how fast that can happen. And it was like, wow, that was quick enough. Because all you hear is a buzz for a couple of minutes and poof, hair's done.
Yeah.
And you ain't got to sweat it no more. Oh, wow, this is kind of easy.
Miss Sharon, I am so glad that you're learning things, but I'm also very happy that you're here with me each and every time I go live, because you just make it to where I don't even have to worry about anything going on in chat, because you take care of it. And I do appreciate it. So thank you very much. Okay, TJ, that's interesting, because I normally bend over and take everything to the front to trim it. I never thought about the ponytail.
The dilemmas of having hair.
Yes. Make some coffee. But yeah, I can't tell you the last time I was to the salon or barber shop.
Oh yeah, there you go. So Sister Marie TJ said, I just got a shaver for my long hair cat. He mats up so bad, and the vet charges $80 to shave him. So it's going to be fun.
Wow.
And yeah, I can only imagine just how he's going to react when you kind of got him. You have that look on your face, and you hit this twitch on that
Yeah.
shaver, and it goes ring, and it's like pew.
Yeah, you'll have to break him in slowly on that one so he doesn't freak out.
Miss Sharon said, you haven't said much about what you allow, but I won't sit here and watch anyone make racist remarks or be disrespectful. I just can't do it. Joking is one thing, but there's a line for that. And hey, Camo Carl, how are you?
Yeah, Miss Sharon, you're on the correct page. Pretty much if a 13-year-old has heard it or said it, it's allowed. I don't put up with bullying, and I don't put up with bots. And the only troll I put up with is Hutch.
Oh, look, TJ says, I'm going to lock us in the small bathroom. It's a quiet shaver. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think? It's going to make a hum.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going to be normal.
By the way, hello, Camel Carl. Good to see you, hon. All right.
My PC. So Carl said his PC died, and now he's down to his cell only. Not fun at all.
Oh, wow.
No, that does suck.
That's not good. But at least he does have a cell phone. Hopefully you backed up everything on your PC, Carl. And I'm just waiting for the nipple to go down on the canner, and then I can pop the top.
Oh, yeah.
After I take the weight off for 5 minutes.
Okay. Hey, TJ. Well, okay. Do you use like just a regular manual cutter? Because I will say with our dog, that was one of the things that, well, both, even the one we had before, had him 13 years. The manual nail clippers, totally cool with. Bought one of those little deals that could sand just the edges off so that it kind of give him a little nail job. Oh no. The minute he heard that thing cut on, that was a no-go. But hopefully it won't be bad. But that would be cool. Hey, that'd be cool. You get one of those and just stand there and you kind of get to go, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm cool.
Boy, I'm glad I realized that now before I open that thing. I have nowhere to put the jars.
Uh-oh.
I gotta make room.
Alrighty. Adapt and improvise.
Come on. I gotta lay the towel out flat without any ridges. You know, fold it to where it's the towel is even all the way around because you don't want your jars tipping.
Very fragile when they're that hot. Let's see, TJ said, I have tried to shave him with a regular shaver before. He was pretty good. He just couldn't handle his thick fur. Okay.
You got a really good cat there.
Be smooth. That'll be the cat's meow. Man, I wish I'd been cooking and doing something all this time. I just don't.
What happened? You've been doing an awesome job helping me out.
Oh, well, I'm just hanging out. I'm just taking up airspace. It's being productive. That's the idea.
Well, think back to your mama's kitchen. When you sat in your mama's kitchen while she cooked. Okay? That's the way I treat this.
Well, but I don't get the snack.
Well, it's coming. It's coming.
So TJ said he is good, except he insists on kissing everyone that comes in the house, even people that don't like cats. He just try to make friends. Well, I gotta say that's what freaks people out about ours. Yeah, every animal he meets, he tries to be friends with. People, for the most part, he just goes off our field. But
Well, I appreciate you being here, Stuart, even if you're just lurking.
what's up, Stuart? I'd trade with you if I could.
All right. Let me pop the top on this bad boy.
Yes, ma'am.
Do this.
Let's get her done.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. There we go. There. Cut holder. Took a few times, but I learned.
Gets a little worm.
Yeah. And with bare feet, not a good idea.
Right. You're right.
Hmm. The
Oh,
smell
wow.
is awesome.
So some vegetable chicken soup.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. See? Oh, look at it
Yeah.
bubbling.
Mm-hmm. Just bubbling away.
Man, look at that chicken.
Got a little bit of
Oh, yeah.
safety, but not much.
Oh, I know Miss Sharon says, oh my goodness, looks so good.
Mm.
I know. Man, look at that.
Now, I had a bowl of this last night, and oh my gosh, it was so good.
It looks extremely good. Carl said I should have eaten before I clicked on this stream. Oh, look at that. See what I'm saying? Look at that. That is just like some good looking stuff. Mm-mm. But TJ says I'm going to have to make some.
Yep. Well, that's why I put the video out first. That way, y'all would have a basic recipe to go by. They're still bubbling away.
Man, this is some good looking stuff. I see Stewart says, wow, Sister Marie, impressive as always, ma'am. I know, some
Thank
awesome
you.
looking stuff.
And my biggest fear with this is there's water on top from the canner. And I'm a little nervous that when they seal, they pop.
Yeah.
When I'm bringing it over here, I'm worried that it'll pop and nail me.
Is it bad for you to, like, when you pick that up, to take that pot holder under the bottom and then just turn it to the side a little bit so when you run off what happened on the lid?
You don't want to tip it at all.
Okay. I figured
Because
there had to
when
be a reason.
Oops.
Oop.
It popped on me after I set it down, thankfully.
Oh, hey, TT1. So TT1 says, Sister Marie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, just in time.
Some vegetable chicken soup, TT1.
But yeah, when you're taking your jars out of the canner, you don't want to tip them at all
Okay.
because the food will, the food will get on the rim and it won't seal.
Gotcha. Now I remember. Oh, yeah. See, that's just some good looking stuff right there. Miss Sharon says, gosh, I could chug that right out of the jar, LOL.
Well, these are individual servings.
Good looking stuff. Man.
In my opinion, anyway.
I gotta say, my Campbell's Heart Healthy chicken noodle soup don't look nothing like that.
Mhm.
Man, oh man. Look at that whole piece of carrot. That's the shiznit right there.
All right, that's 12
Are
of
those,
them.
are those half pints, Sister Marie?
They are.
Yes, TJ, those are half pints.
There we have it.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Shoot, yeah. Look at there. Nope. That was good.
Yeah.
We got to see that one.
Okay. There we go. There we go. There.
That was pretty good. That's awesome, Sister Marie. I'm so glad you had
Thank
me up
you.
here. I appreciate it so much. I want to take a quick second. I'm going to tell TT1 since I know he's here now. Sir, I'm so sorry. And at the very beginning, I explained this, and I'll just do it briefly. But Saturday, I had every intention, but my wife decided, got my kids to come over, talked them into helping me go down here to our community pool. So we did that. I was actually going to just get on your deal from down there, and yeah, that it turned out to not be a good idea. It's kind of like the whole hot tub thing. You feel good while you're there, but there's a reason why you don't stay long. Well, that pool felt good, only it was a reminder of just what all was wrong. So yeah, this is my first active day since then. So I apologize. I know I keep coming up with excuses, and I'm sorry, sir. I really am. Can't say it enough. And yes, TJ, ping, ping, ping. Music to the canner's ears. Bing. There
Thank
it
you.
is. All right, brother. I just wanted you to know I'm sorry. I even told them when we got done, they're going, well, hey, now, I got something to do later. That was before y'all came up with this. Oh, okay. And so I was going to do it on the side. It just, that didn't. Yeah. But yes, do it again. I'm there next Saturday. Promise. Just come on. Bang. We're there. Pink.
It's still going.
That's it. Singing the song.
And the water on top of the cans that I took out of the canner is evaporating.
Ah,
So, which is nice because I'm not getting splattered. But, you know, these are also smaller jars. With the pints, I was always, whenever they'd seal, they'd fly water. So,
I don't know, Bill. If I had to answer that directly, I'd kind of have to think about it. Depends at what level. But I get the general, but so I don't say that out loud. That's totally personal. So yes, sir. I back that play 100%. Family first.
but I do appreciate everybody being here, and I really appreciate you coming up on panel rescue.
Oh yes, ma'am. There's
And
so
you're
cool to
always
hang in.
welcome. You're always welcome.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am. And everybody, I hope all y'all have a good day. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you learned you something from the lovely ladies and all the cooking, all the good grub. Can't go wrong with good grub. Thank you for having me, Sister Marie. Just shoot me an invite anytime, and if I can, I will. And I'm always lurking. I actually lurk on more people's than they realize. I just don't. One, typing on this tablet is a pain, so I just listen because it's like, oh man, and the phone, I can't do my little peace sign on my phone. I don't know what the deal is through YouTube through that, but I don't have my little peace sign, so, and it's hard to type, so I don't bother. So, but I listen. I'm always listening. But I appreciate you, ma'am, and I hope you have an awesome day. Get you some rest. Eat some of your soup. Now that little bowl back there on the back, you warm that up, and you get you something in your stomach. You need some good grub. So much love, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Sister Marie, thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you. Y'all have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you again next Tuesday. And we've got Sophia B on Friday. She'll be canning, I think it's 8 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. And y'all have a good, what is it, afternoon? A good afternoon. And be sure to keep your head on a swivel and be good to yourself. May your table always be full of good food.